beautiful beach day on the Gulf Coast of Florida. From the piers of Anna Maria Island, we take downtown to historic McKechnie Field, where today a sold-out crowd awaits the Grapefruit League game between the Boston Red Sox and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Hi again, everyone. Along with Steve Blass, I'm Tim Neverett. So happy you're with us watching Pirates baseball from Florida today. Just 10 games remain in spring training, Steve, after today. It's winding down.
It is, but I'm depressed. I don't want to leave this. It's been a spectacular spring. Everybody's been happy getting their work in. We've been able to get a little beach time in, so that's worked out well, but it's getting down to rug cutting time.
Let's take a look at the Pirates lineup today. Many of the players in the lineup will be regulars. Talbot on the leadoff spot, Walker second, McCutchen third. Dusty Brown doing the catching today. Doesn't figure to be the opening day starter. He's still battling for a roster spot. And hitting in the number 9 spot, the pitcher Kevin Correa. And Steve, Kevin Correa, a new acquisition of the Pirates in the offseason. How's he been progressing here this spring?
It's been a so-so spring. He hasn't been dazzling, but there's no concern from the Pirates' standpoint. I talked to Ray Sears. They're okay with what he's done so far. But today he's going to try to go 6 innings, and he's been a little quick to home plate with runners at first base, so they're trying to slow him down a little bit. We might take a look at that particular aspect as we go along.
Battle of right-handers today as Kevin Correa will face the Red Sox' Josh Beckett. Speaking of the Red Sox, they're a hot ticket here in Bradenton. They're a hot ticket in Pittsburgh as well, as that series in late June against Boston has a few tickets remaining. We'll tell you how you can get them and tell you about all kinds of ticket plans the Pirates have for you for the 2011 season. We're counting it down to the first pitch. It's the Pirates and the Red Sox. Grapefruit League baseball from Bradenton, Florida.
Fifth game of the series against Baltimore as the Pirates captured their 5th World Series title.
Once the game ended and we won, it was like I ran from the bullpen toward first base in about 2 seconds flat. And I don't think I touched the ground at all getting there.
Sporting one of the greatest curveballs in baseball history, Blyleven won 2 World Series titles and 287 career games. He ranks 5th all-time in strikeouts in baseball history and 9th in shutouts.
Everywhere Bert went, he was an ace for the particular squad that he was with.
And on January 5th, 2011, Bert Blyleven received the game's highest honor when he was elected to the National Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York.
Another great day in Bradenton, Florida, as we get set for Grapefruit League action at sold-out McKechnie Field today. The Boston Red Sox are here for their second and final visit, playing their friends from the Pittsburgh Pirates. And we meet some of our friends in Pittsburgh at PNC Park on the phones, working hard for you today. Interested in 2011 tickets? Well, call 1-800-BUY-BUCKS. Operators are standing by right now. They've got a number of very attractive ticket packages that will help you increase your experience, not just to come out to a ball game, but to come out to a ball game and have a wonderful experience and be able to do things that probably have never even thought about doing, like taking batting practice and things like that. So we'll tell you more about that as the game goes along here. Underway as Kevin Correa delivers ball one to the Red Sox shortstop, Marco Scutaro. Scutaro takes a strike, 1-1.
Fifth start of the year, or the spring for Kevin Correa. It's been so-so, 13 innings, 20 hits, but 11 strikeouts in those 13 innings.
See the numbers on Scutaro. He will be the regular shortstop for Boston this year. Pitch is high, 2-1. Scutaro and then Dustin Pedroia, the second baseman, followed by Jared Saltalamacchia, the catcher today. Kevin Correa, San Diego native. This is the first time he's ventured out of California to play Major League Baseball. He was with the Giants and the Padres before coming east to Pittsburgh.
10-game winner for San Diego last year. They checked the numbers, 26 starts, a dozen wins for the Padres the year before that. He's been around. This is going to be his 7th Major League season.
3-1. Base hit for Scutaro, and the Red Sox send their leadoff man aboard. Take a look at the rest of the Boston lineup. Coming to the plate right now is the second baseman Dustin Pedroia of Arizona State. Saltalamacchia, as we told you about, and Kevin Youkilis. Mike Cameron is the designated hitter. Darnell McDonald, cousin of Pirates pitcher James McDonald. Daniel Nava, Josh Reddick, and utility man Nate Spears round out the Red Sox order. Pedroia, who was a shortstop in college at Arizona State, was one of the better players in the nation when he went to school there. Didn't take him all that long, relatively speaking, to get through the minor leagues to the major leagues as a second baseman. And not only has he been an all-star, but the league MVP. 1 ball and no strikes to Pedroia.
Clay's a lot taller than his stature.
Sure does. Foul ball, and they count even a ball and a strike.
We're going to get to know Kevin Correa as we go along, but keep this in mind. Very good duo of breaking balls. He throws both the slider and the curveball, and he'll lean on those 2 breaking balls. And what they want to make sure is that his fastball, which is plenty fast enough to keep him honest, that he keeps that fastball downstairs, and maybe we'll see him setting up the breaking stuff with that fastball. Also has a split and a change, so a whole package of pitches for Kevin Correa to choose from.
Outside to Pedroia, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Well, that was one of the breaking balls. As we see more of them, we'll be able to define what's the curve, what's the slider. It becomes blurred this day and age between those 2 breaking pitches.
Kevin Correa hopes to bring some energy to the Pirates pitching staff. As Steve mentioned, he was a 10-game winner a year ago with San Diego.
Good looking slider there.
The appeal doesn't go Pirates' way. 3-1 now. And Correa went 3-1 to Scutaro, now 3-1 to Pedroia. Second and final meeting of the spring training season between the Red Sox and the Pirates. Pirates did not go to Fort Myers to play the Red Sox this spring. Usually you'll return the visit here and there, but
neither did they go to Lakeland this year. That is so strange, not playing the Tigers. I mean, that's been a tradition for a bunch of years.
It's a scheduling quirk. 3-1 to Dustin Pedroia. Runner goes, and a pitch fouled back, so now the count full. Another sellout crowd at McKechnie Field. Beautiful sun-splashed day here in Bradenton.
What'd you say, just 10 more games after this?
This is game number 23 with 10 to play. Finish up with 2 in Philadelphia against the Phillies. And then a day off, a workout day on the 31st of March. 2 weeks from yesterday, opening day.
We got to get rid of some players, don't we? Get down to 25.
Well, yeah, if you put it that way. I'm sure they don't appreciate it.
It sounds rather cruel, but
their
cuts are to be made.
Payoff pitch. And this one to right field. Pedroia, good job hitting behind the runner as Marco Scutaro goes from first to third, and the Red Sox with runners at the corners and nobody out.
Well, so far for Kevin, that's been one of the issues. Now in his 14th inning, he's given up 22 hits as Pedroia does the perfect thing you do with a high outside fastball, send it to the opposite field, and the Red Sox have set up shop. A lot of hits so far in the innings for Kevin.
The opposition hitting .351 against him this spring. That's certainly a number he wants to bring down. Pedroia with the base hit. He's at first, and there is Marco Scutaro at third, with Jared Saltalamacchia, the catcher, standing in against Correa. Middle infield playing for two behind Correa.
We're also getting down to cases on who the Pirates' fifth starter is going to be. And I haven't heard any absolutes. Charlie Morton, I think, in the front running position, perhaps.
Saltalamacchia shot to Neil Walker. They'll go to second for one, back to first. And that's a double play. Pedroia at first base thought that Walker caught it on the line. He didn't run, but Walker knew he short hopped it. He looks Scutaro back to the bag. Pirates get two, 4-6-3. Two down, a runner on third for Kevin Youkilis now.
Never a bad idea to have the catcher running because there was a hesitation. I think everybody thought that Neil had caught the ball. But they go ahead and turn it 4-6-3. Saltalamacchia, the catcher, not having that much speed, so a chance for Kevin to spit the hook out here in the top of the first inning.
Youkilis takes high and in, ball one. Nice play by Walker.
It almost looked like it was in slow motion for a minute. I don't know if Neil was sure that he had short hopped it. Everybody's looking around, but he recovered in time to make the play.
1-1 to Kevin Youkilis.
Now that's the sequence I'm looking forward to seeing from Kevin Correa, because it looks to me like he likes to lean on the breaking stuff. So he started this off at bat with a good high inside fastball, and then came back with a breaking ball. Good 1-2 punch.
Correa's 1-1.
Another breaking ball away. As long as he keeps batters honest with the fastball, that breaking stuff will work for him, and he's proven it. And he's been around long enough for being in his 7th major league season to know how all that works.
Youkilis, ground ball towards short, gloved by Cedeno, and he will throw across to get Youkilis. So the two leadoff hits back-to-back by Scutaro and Pedroia mean nothing. 2 hits, 1 left, no score after a half inning in Bradenton. Back here at McKechnie Field in Bradenton. Pirates and Red Sox scorers. Pirates coming to bat in the bottom of the first inning with Steve Blass and Pirates Executive Vice President Chief Marketing Officer Lou DePauli with us here in the booth. I'm Tim Neverett, and we are letting you know today how you can get great season ticket packages and enhance the overall experience of coming to a Pirates game. Lou, welcome, and got some nice weather here in Florida. I know that.
Yeah, this is fantastic. Is this where you guys have been the last 6 weeks?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, it's winding down. It's kind of bittersweet. We got mixed emotions.
Well, we miss you both back in the office, but we're looking forward to getting you back. But as you alluded to, Tim, we have our entire staff standing by in Pittsburgh, waiting to take orders from people who want to purchase season tickets today. And as an incentive for anybody who purchases a season ticket package of at least 20 games or more, they will get a autographed autographed lithograph of the famous Game 7 of the 1971 World Series with our friend here, Mr. Blast, jumping in the air and Manny running towards the mound, signed by both men.
Yeah, that was a fun day.
Yeah, I bet it was. So, again, anybody who purchases today can get one of those autographed from Steve and Manny personally, and, we hope you get a chance to call 1-800-BUY-BUCKS and place your season ticket order today.
And there's all kinds of ways you can enjoy Pirates baseball. Full season ticket plans, value plans, partial plans, 10-game plans.
Right.
But the only way you're going to find out is to call a ticket representative today and get all the information. And that's the signed lithograph by Manny and Steve. What a great moment in Pittsburgh sports history that was, and both men have signed that personally. And you can get that if you purchase a 20 or more game plan today.
Correct. That is correct.
And if you buy 50 of those, we'll come to your house and we'll leap again.
Even better. Wow, I'd like to see that. I may actually buy that. May inspire me to buy it today, Steve.
Jose Tabata foul tips the ball into Saltamarchia's glove, and Beckett has his first strikeout of the day. 1 out in the bottom of the first inning. Neil Walker, the hitter. Some of the great amenities of PNC Park are available to season ticket holders for special events and meet and greets with players. You can have batting practice not only on the field but in the cages, and watch batting practice from the dugout. What are some of the other amenities that folks get the opportunity to take advantage of as a season ticket holder?
Sure. I mean, those are the big three. I mean, people really enjoy being able to come out on the field when we do our season ticket holder field days and get a chance to act like your favorite Pirates player, get in the cage, try to hit, play a little bit in the outfield, infield. It's a lot of fun. But on top of that, we also offer some other things that make it easy to be a season ticket holder. So we have a very liberal exchange policy where if you can't make it to a certain game, we'll actually let you swap it out for another game.
Really?
Now, there are some blackout dates, obviously, where we've already sold out 2 games so far. So obviously you can't swap out of opening day, or into opening day, I should say, because it's already sold out.
Spears throws the ball away, and Walker is safe at first, and the Pirates have a base runner.
You know, Lou, just to go back to one thing that when you mentioned folks can get out on that field, if you think PNC Park is beautiful when you're sitting in the stands or looking across from the river, when you get down on that surface, when you're a baseball fan, it gives you goosebumps. You're on a major league surface. It's the best in the business. And to look back and see what the folks are looking from the seats and what they see, it is great. I mean, it is so much fun, and it turns the adults into kids again, which is a wonderful thing.
Yes, I mean, obviously you see it. You're down there a lot with us helping out, and the wide eyes that you get from people who've never had the opportunity to step on the field is just absolutely amazing. So that's one of the reasons why we're trying to encourage people to call 1-800-BUY-BUCKS and purchase your season ticket plan today.
And as you saw just a moment ago, one of the hardworking staff, Lou's hardworking staff in today, taking your phone calls at 1-800-BUY-BUCKS. Just want information? Just call them. They'll give you the information.
Correct.
And find the package that works for you. I like the liberal exchange policy, because if somebody gets 10 games, they might say, well, all right, I'm locked into these 10, and if I can't go, I'm going to eat them. But that's not the case.
Correct. We want to make sure that you have the opportunity to use your tickets. So if something unforeseen happens and you can't make a game, we are very flexible, and we'll let you exchange it to another game. Again, subject to a few blackout dates that we do have based on the demand. And it's also a big reason why people are buying season tickets this year. Opening day sold out originally back at the end of January. The Saturday game of the Red Sox series at the end of June, it sold out right away, and we're down to just some limited seating for Friday and Sunday.
No surprise there either.
Yeah, exactly. But we also have a lot of high demand for the Phillies on Saturday in June. And, of course, the Sky Blast dates.
Andrew McCutcheon hammers this one to deep left field, and it's going to go up on top of the wall and be caught. Daniel Nava taking one away from McCutcheon, and the double play.
Wow.
Holy smokes.
A lot of action there.
Oh, you don't see a play much better than that one. Just tip your cap. Wow. Lou, stick around. We're going to talk to them more in a second.
Sounds good.
No scores. We head to inning number 2. 289-2827 or 1-800-BUY-BUCKS. And if you purchase any ticket plan of 20 or more games today, you'll receive an autographed lithograph signed by Steve Blass and Manny Sanguillen. Well, Andrew McCutchen almost gave the crowd a rise as he nearly hit the ball out, but robbed by Daniel Nava, who turned it into a double play. And we start the top of the second inning. No score. And the designated hitter, Mike Cameron, starts things off for Boston. He'll be followed by Darnell McDonald and the man who started that play in left field, Daniel Nava. Kevin Correa delivers outside and low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Lou DePauli staying with us here, the Pirates Executive Vice President, Chief Marketing Officer, as we talk about great ways to get you, your family, your friends, co-workers come out for an extremely enjoyable game at PNC Park, and maybe more than one, maybe 10, maybe 5, maybe 20, maybe the whole season.
Right. Well, that's one of the things that we try to stress is we're very flexible in the packaging that we offer. So not only do we have the full season tickets that you mentioned, Tim, but we also have a half season plan. So you get 41 games, where it includes every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday home game. So that adds up to 39, plus opening day. That's 40, and then one more game versus the Baltimore Orioles when we're going to be celebrating our 40th anniversary of the 71 championship. So I mean, that's a very popular plan. Yeah, that'll be a fun weekend. Okay. So again, it's 1971 is our 40th anniversary this year in June when we played the Orioles in the Interleague Series. And the 41-game half-season plan has been extremely popular so far this year. I mean, they start as low as $246, and it includes all the dates that I mentioned earlier about Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. But by purchasing on those dates, you wind up getting all of the 3 Sky Blast dates and the Fan Jam featuring Steve Miller. So again, it's going to be the biggest games of the year at PNC Park, and you can purchase it by purchasing a 41-game plan or a full season plan.
Yeah, weekends at the ballpark.
Oh, it's fantastic.
How good does that get?
Looking forward to it.
You know, I want to mention one thing in an overview as that base hit goes to right field. Lou, I've had people in my neighborhood talk about, when you mentioned flexibility, calling 1-800-BUY-BUCKS, talking to people, and if they've got a certain situation that they want to work around or create, the people have been so good to try to find a way to make their wishes and their particular itineraries work, and that's half the battle. You're sending that message to your fan base. We will work with you. I think that's a great philosophy that you bring to your ticket people.
Well, great. I appreciate that, Steve, because we have a hard-working group who are all in today on a nice Saturday, getting a chance to do just that. Yeah. So if there are season ticket holders who maybe haven't had the opportunity to renew their tickets yet, you know, call your rep at 1-800-BUY-BUCKS and see. Because, again, we're extremely flexible. We want to make sure that people are happy, and we do the best job of customer service as we can for our fans.
Well, they're in on a Saturday, so make them work, folks.
Yeah, exactly.
Correa's pitch to Daniel Nava. Bouncer to Walker. To Cedeno. Double play.
Got double plays all over the place.
Second double play in as many innings for the Pirates. After an inning and a half here in Bradenton, Florida. No score. Operators standing by, taking your calls. Call them up right now. 1-800-BUY-BUCKS. That's 1-800-BUY-BUCKS and get your season tickets. Lyle Overbay facing Josh Beckett to start the bottom half of the second inning. No score. Pirates have turned 2 double plays against Boston after Red Sox base hits in the first and second innings. Overbay, a 9-game hitting streak. He's been doing fairly well this spring, Steve.
I love the fit. I love the fit of Lyle Overbay here. It settles first base down, lets you platoon 2 good power hitters in right field, Diaz and Garrett Jones. I just think it's a good fit. I like it.
A 20 home run guy a year ago with the Toronto Blue Jays, hitting .382 this spring. He's got 3 home runs to lead the club here.
And he can pick it just fine with that glove that he wears at first base.
Sure can. I want to thank Lou DePauli for joining us. Pirates Executive Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer, talking about the exciting season ticket packages and partial season ticket plans. Also, don't forget group sales. If you have a business, you want to take your employees, reward them, or a church group, or just a group of family and friends, maybe a family reunion. You can even buy out a suite for a game. Overbay takes inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes, turns into 2-2.
Speaking of sellouts, we're probably going to have one here on this Saturday afternoon. The Boston Red Sox draw well all over Florida. A lot of people out in a spectacular day for it. I mean, that combination going to fill up the stands.
Here is Beckett's 2-2. Off speed, and Overbay pops it up. Third baseman Euclid fighting the sun in foul ground. Will skip and make the catch. Now, as we've told you, and we'll remind you throughout the course of the telecast today, if you purchase a ticket plan of 20 or more games today, you will receive a commemorative autographed lithograph signed by both Steve Blass and Manny Sanguian, celebrating that moment when the 1971 World Series came to an end. And that has become one of the most famous pictures in all of Pittsburgh sports history. What does it make you think of when you look at that, Steve?
Joy. When I get to sign that on a personal basis, I'll also just add joy. Simple as that.
And this summer, late May, when the Orioles come in interleague play, the 40th anniversary celebration, you and Sangi and a lot of the team members from the 71 squad will all be there.
Yep, that'll be a great reunion.
Alvarez takes the ball, 2-0. Pedro leads the club in doubles with 6. He has 1 triple. No homers yet this spring. 12 out of 45 at the plate for a .267 average. And Alvarez will take a strike on the outside corner. Pedro facing Josh Beckett. Beckett, 2007 American League Championship Series most valuable player. Red Sox would go on to sweep the Rockies in the World Series that year, and then in 2003 he was the World Series MVP with the Florida Marlins. Pitched 2 games on 3 days rest in that series.
Hurt a good bit of last year, but just 6 wins. It's over 100 innings.
And Pedro trying to make contact on him right now. 1 out, nobody aboard. The 2-2 pitch. And Pedro down on strikes. Second strikeout for Beckett this afternoon. We're talking about group sales, and it's a great activity for a group of 20 or more. Bring them to a Buccos game. Perfect place for your company, youth sports team, civic organization, any other group you have. Great discounts, and you can have great experiences, like somebody from your group can sing the national anthem or throw out the honorary first pitch. You watch batting practice from the field and the dugout, and many, many more. There's a couple of different packages. A hats off package. Only $18 a person. Each member of your group will receive an outfield ticket and a 1971 replica Pirates hat. And then there's the Clemente package where you get the replica Clemente jersey. Matt Diaz grounds out to end the second. If you're interested in the group package, call 1-800-5-BUCKS. Get either the hats off package or the Clemente package. Operators are standing by right now. Call them. where Paul Alexander is standing by at PNC Park.
Thank you very much, guys. We're with Brian Shera, the Senior Director of Marketing and Special Events. And as far as this first weekend goes, you're kicking it hard, a bang, to get out of the blocks.
We absolutely are. We get started April 7th, opening day. And then we roll right into Friday night, April 8th, is Buck Night. I was going to Buck Night at Three River Stadium as a kid. You know, here we are 20-plus years later, doing it here. It's the same buck. They get you a ticket, get a hot dog, get popcorn, and you're going to get a T-shirt because it's the first of our free shirt Fridays. Every Friday home game this year, all fans through the gate get a T-shirt, one of these cool designs that all designed by our in-house design team. So that's where we get started Friday night, and then Saturday is fireworks night. Nobody does fireworks like Zambelli here at PNC Park. And Sunday, Kids Day, all kids will receive a glove. So get out in the backyard and throw the ball around with this Pirates glove.
Kids are going to storm on the bases on Sundays, too, right?
Absolutely. Every Sunday is Kids Day. We start out with Federal Street activities before the game. After the game, all the kids are invited down to the field to run the bases. And, of course, a kids giveaway every Sunday.
Brian, appreciate it. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thanks, Paul.
All right. Back to McKechnie Field in Florida. Guys, take it away.
All right. Thank you very much, Paul. Brian, those T-shirts look pretty good. Good designs. This is Nate Spears, the first baseman. Josh Reddick, the leadoff man, and grounded out to Ronnie Cedeno. Reddick, the right fielder today. And Spears with a 2-ball, 1-strike count. For the first 2 innings, good numbers on Kevin Correa. Just 26 pitches, and 15 of those 26 were thrown for strikes.
Yep, with the help of a couple double plays. That never hurts.
2-1, just off the outside edge for a ball, 3-1.
Yeah, Kevin is hoping to go 6 innings today. That would be the normal pace. And talk a little bit about the 5th starters to go along, but we've got a lot of ground to cover today.
3-1 to Nate Spears. That's a strike count full. We expected to see Joe Beimel out of St. Mary's, and Duquesne pitched today, but he has been scratched. He's experiencing some more soreness in his left elbow, so he has been taken off the game script for today.
Yeah, that's been a bit of an ongoing story for Joe. He's been nicked and banged up a little bit most of the month of March.
Neil Walker handles the ground ball, and there are 2 away. The other pitchers we'll see, aside from Correa today, Joel Hanrahan, the closer, will work early. We'll see left-hander Justin Thomas, right-handers Fernando Nieve and Sean Gallagher also scheduled to pitch today. Two down for Marco Scutaro, single in the first. He was stranded at third base. Scutaro takes low and outside. We want to say a special hello to some of our great fans who have renewed their season tickets with us. Wayne Heineke, who's been a season ticket holder since 1994. Thanks, Wayne, for renewing. 1-1 now to Scutaro. Also, Alan Levine since 1998. Season ticket holder. Bill Hennessy has been a ticket holder for going on his 11th season now. We thank you guys for renewing today. And a lot of people have been doing that, renewing their season tickets. If they've already got them, they understand what type of amenities and extracurricular activities they get to take part in. So
certainly hope Mr. Hennessy had a very successful St. Patrick's Day.
You would guess. Inside corner called strike to Scutaro. 2-2. How was your St. Patrick's Day, by the way?
It was very pleasant. Didn't go overboard with it. Went to some friend's house, had some corned beef and cabbage, and had a fun evening. Nice evening.
Strike 3 called as Scutaro is punched out on strikes, and Kevin Correa brings up strikeout number 2. With 2.5, no score in Bradenton. the Pirates. Bottom of the third with Steve Blass, Tim Neverett on a gorgeous Saturday afternoon in Bradenton. Don't you wish you could be here? I know we had good weather in Pittsburgh yesterday, but
somebody said it was like 70 degrees.
Yeah. It was pushing 70 yesterday. That'd be nice on April 7th when the Pirates open up.
No, I'm sorry. Opening day, 42 and cold, drizzly rain. No, not really. We're hoping it's going to be a very pleasant opener.
Ronnie Cedeno takes ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cedeno, 8 out of 32 here in the spring. .250 average, 1 home run, 2 runs batted in.
I think we've had enough bad weather. I think we're due for a great day on the opener.
Yes, it'd be nice. Up in the air, foul down the right side. And that will drift into the seats. It'll be a perfect summer at PNC Park, and you need to be part of it. 3 Pirates games featuring post-game concerts and Zambelli fireworks. Saturday, June 11th, against the Mets. Grammy Award-winning 80s rock group Huey Lewis and the News. They've got 19 top 10 singles. Then Saturday, July 9th, against the Cubs. It'll be 38 special. And August 6th against the Padres, 2-time Grammy Award-winning Train will be there after the game. And then late in the year, Saturday, September 24th, Steve Miller Band will take a big old jet airliner into Pittsburgh International, and Cincinnati Reds will play, and then Steve Miller Band will play again afterward in Fan Jam night.
Great lineup.
2-2 pitch. Up in the air and out of play again. Steve Miller last year played through a rainstorm, thunder and lightning.
Yeah, I had my picture taken with Steve before the ball game.
He didn't want to come off the stage.
Yeah, right. He cranked it up.
He's a hard working guy. And Steve Miller Band back again. What a show he puts on. That's a do not miss night. 2-2. Off the fists. And the first baseman, Nate Spears, gets underneath it, makes the catch. 1 down. Well, in the month of June, Steve, I'm sure, of course, this is going to be very meaningful to you and your former teammates like Manny Sanguillen, 1971. Celebration night, 40th anniversary. Monday, June 20th, Tuesday, June 21st, against the Baltimore Orioles, who come in. And on June 20th, Steve Blass and Manny Sanguillen, 71 championship canvas wrap. Commemorative Stein the next night. Dusty Brown follows this one out of play.
That'll be a lot of fun. Have the guys come in. So they'll be able to bring their families in. Yep. Remembering a special day. Not just that day, that whole season, 1971. It's great.
2 strikes on Dusty Brown. To get tickets for any of these games, call the number at the top of your screen right now, 1-800-BUY-BUCKS. Always visit the Pirates website at pirates.com for all kinds of information. Brown to right center. Ranging over is Josh Reddick. And there are 2 away. So Kevin Correa will hit. And this has been something the Pirates have been doing since the 6th of March. And yesterday in Clearwater against the Phillies, it was the first time the Pirates have faced an opponent that had the pitcher hit against them. Where Roy Halladay started for the Phillies and was hitting 9th in the order. But Clint Hurdle wanting his pitchers to get at-bats in spring training rather than use a DH. So the Pirates with the pitcher hitting today. The Red Sox, an American League team, obviously with a DH.
And I watched Kevin in batting practice. He got the bat on the ball pretty well. Hit one over the fence. But it was Jeff Branson pitching. Not Josh Beckett.
Jeff Branson, minor league hitting instructor.
Kevin's big enough. What, about 6'3", 6'4", well over 200 pounds.
Nothing into the count. That's inside. Kevin Correa and Jeff Karstens played against each other in high school.
San Diego?
In San Diego. Yeah. Correa went to Grossmont High School. Karstens went to Mount Miguel. Here's the 1-2. And Correa slaps one to right center, and that's down for a base hit.
There you go, Correa. Did a nice job with the arm and nice job here with the bat.
Well, hopefully that's a sign of things to come from the pitcher's spot this year offensively. Maybe these early at-bats will help out.
Well, I'd rather we hadn't seen the replay. It looked real good live.
Yeah.
The swing was a little suspect, but the results were great.
But you know, Steve, it's not how, it's how many.
Exactly.
At the end of the day.
No room for pictures on the scorecard, just numbers.
Here's Tabata. Second time around for Jose, Pirates left fielder. He struck out swinging in the first. 0 for 1 today. Jose, no extra base hits yet in the spring. It's 10 for 40. And an even 250. Strike call on the outside corner by home plate umpire Tom Hallion.
So far, pretty much going along like you would expect from a couple of established major league starters this far down the road into spring training.
Two outs. Kevin Correa, the runner at first base. And a 1-1 pitch coming to Jose Tabata from Josh Beckett. This time. Interesting number on Beckett. He has at least one strikeout in each of his 249 career major league games. That goes back to September 4th, 2001 when he first came up to the majors. Second longest to begin a career since Dwight Gooden did it. 349 games. There's a ground ball to second. Bobbled by Pedroia. Runs off to Scudero. Get the force play at second base. Still no score after 3 complete. Those guys are still working hard back in Pittsburgh. Call them 1-800-BYE-BUY.
This development, and I would imagine there's a lot of things on the plate that have you pretty excited.
Yeah, Paul, we're getting excited for the season. We're a couple weeks away. It's a pretty exciting time for us.
And if you want in for opening day, you better act now.
Yeah, we have quite a bit of different plans. We have a full season plan, which is our whole 81 home game schedule, which features all of our games, best seats for every single game. We also have a 41 game plan, which focuses on our more of our weekend plans. We also have a 20 game plan, a 20 game Saturday, which features our Saturday games, our 20 game Sunday featuring our Sunday games. We also have a 20 game weekday, which is more of a Monday through Thursday combination. And our smallest plan is a 10 game plan, which you get opening day and you feature in our Red Sox series.
And I imagine you get to tailor them to work in some of your favorite nights. I mean, if it's a Sky Blast or a fireworks, you get to tailor-make those to really work for you.
Yeah, our Saturday plans obviously are really focusing all of our fireworks games. Our Sunday plans are mostly kids. We have a lot of kids promotions on Sunday, and then obviously our full season plan is every single home game, a lot of fun, exciting action here.
Jim, thanks for the time. We'll check back a little bit.
Okay.
All right, back to Bradenton and McKechnie Field, guys.
Thank you very much, Paul. Paul Alexander, Jim Popovich back in Pittsburgh. And here in Florida, no scores. We go to the top half of the fourth inning. Dustin Pedroia leading off, and Jared Saltalamacchia and Kevin Youkilis to face Kevin Correa. 1-0 pitch to Pedroia. Line shot and a base hit. And Pedroia is 2 for 2. Leadoff single for the second time in 4 innings for Boston. Saltalamacchia will bat.
Well, you know the old saying, Tim, you can give up a lot of hits, but if you don't give up a lot of runs, doesn't matter how many hits you give, you don't attach as much importance. So right now, Kevin is pretty much doing what he's done most of the spring. A bunch of hits, but so far he's worked the containment program. The Red Sox have not scored. They've not cashed in on any of those hits.
Well, he's done a nice job setting up the double play.
Yep. Yes. Yep. Giving the infielders work.
Yeah, right. You prefer not to do it that way.
Yeah.
However, the Pirates have pulled off 2 double plays already in the game. 0-1 to Saltalamacchia. Red Sox train in Fort Myers, Florida, an hour and a half down the road.
Where the Pirates trained for a number of years. I think something like 55 to 1968.
0-1, and that one's fouled back, 0-2. Saltalamacchia behind. Nobody out. Pedroia, the leadoff man, is at first base for Boston. Saltalamacchia hitting .263 this spring. He hit into one of those 2 double plays. Terry Francona,
son of Tito, out in the New Brighton area. Great family. Franconas. Good people.
0-2 pitch. Got him looking. Strike 3. Call. Second looking strikeout that Correa has produced. His 3rd overall strikeout of the game. Well, partial season ticket plans that Jim Popovich was telling Paul Alexander about just a little while ago. The 41-game half-season plan. Every Friday, Saturday, Sunday home game, including the Red Sox series, Phillies series, Tigers series, and the 3 Sky Blast dates. Opening day against the Rockies and interleague matchups against the Orioles. It's all areas of the ballpark except for the dugout box sections. This plan provides a great alternative for fans looking to attend 20 or more games, but not all 81. They start at just $246 for half the home season. $805 is the number to call. Very easy to remember.
Tim, this is one of those situations we were talking about in the open where the Pirates are hoping that Kevin won't rush to home plate with a runner at first base, that he won't be so quick he gets out of his rhythm.
Pitch to Euclid. One missed just below the knees. 1-1.
And I didn't see him being overly quick there. I mean, it's a subtle thing to address that. Ray Searage is going to be able to look at that with a better eye than I can. But it gets to be a little issue that you don't rush so much trying to switch your concentration over from the runner to the batter.
1-1. He induces a swing and miss.
And I did like that curveball to Saltalamacchia that he got the strikeout with. He'll use the fastball to set the breaking ball up. And there's a split.
See that ball just dive down and out of the way.
Bottom falls out of it.
1-2 to Kevin Euclid. Another breaking ball. That's outside. 2-2.
Guys that have good breaking balls, and he's got a curve and a slider, will many times lean on that pitch when you got what they call a killer to knock him out, to punch him out, to strike him out. And they'll use the fastball to set that up when they got the count the way they want it.
Throw to first base, and Dustin Pedroia gets back. No score. 4 hits for the Red Sox, 2 for the Pirates so far. Strike 3 call. Back-to-back punch-outs. 4 strikeouts in the game now for Kevin Correa.
Kevin making some nice pitches here. And that, I don't know, either a BP fastball or maybe a little bit of a changeup, something off the fastball, or maybe just an average fastball, but not a lot of break to it, not a lot of downward motion, so it wasn't the curved slider or the split. There's a good breaking ball. Kevin has turned the dial up here.
Well, Cameron was a strikeout victim in the second inning. He's 0 for 1. Went down swinging. He was Correa's first strikeout of the afternoon. 2 down. Pedroia off of first. He's low and away. 1-1.
Funny how a pitcher will get when he strikes out a couple guys in a row. You get pumped up. Yeah, I'm good at this. I'm
the man.
Yes. And you got to watch out the danger of overthrowing when you get in that mindset.
Down to third. Alvarez. A short way to Neil Walker. And the leadoff single for Dustin Pedroia is wasted by Boston through 3.5. Bert, and there is a great group of Pirates fans that have ventured down from Pittsburgh. A number of corporate sponsors who are here this weekend enjoying a great time, being treated to a weekend of Pirates baseball and a number of other great activities. We had a great dinner in Sarasota last night.
I had a chance to spend a little time with two of those folks. Roy Santarella, Chief Operating Officer of West Penn Allegheny Health Systems, and Dave Klasnick, Executive Vice President, PNC Wealth Management. And if I knew they had those titles, I would have been a lot nicer to them. Dave and Roy had a great time.
Neil Walker rolls this one up the right side. That gets past Spears, and Walker heading for second base. That's twice Walker has reached, and there's been a problem at first base. So the Pirates now have the leadoff man in scoring position.
And they're going to charge an error on this one. They should have charged an error on the other one, too, but Neil was able to get a base hit out of it. But this one is up on the books, but that's secondary. That's a minor detail. He's at second base. Or did they give him a hit? Got another cheap one? Oh, the error allowed him to go to second base. Okay, we got it. Neil, you got it going today, buddy.
So we'll get a hit and then the error charge. So hit in the knees. So Neil is 2 for 2. He'll take it.
He will be embarrassed about those hits, and he will hear it from his teammates.
Yeah, but he certainly will not give them back.
Yeah. He'll take the heat. Yeah, so, the sponsors, and we thank them so much. They make it happen for the Pittsburgh Pirates. We never take you for granted. Happy to see these folks, and we show them as good a time as we possibly can down here in Florida. Roy and Dave, Roy Santarella and Dave Klasnick had a great time with those fellows yesterday.
I was at Roy's table last night at dinner, and what a great baseball fan.
Oh, yeah. Both of them, yep.
Pitch, and McCutchen takes high. Andrew McCutchen's mom, Patrina, sang the national anthem here today.
And sang it well.
She is very, very good. They have had a lot of practice singing in church as often as they had while Andrew was growing up. Andrew did the same in the church choir. 1 ball, no strikes to Andrew McCutchen. Strike is called. McCutchen almost hit one out of here his first time up back in the first inning. And Daniel Nava went up, took it off the top of the wall. Walker was convinced that ball was off the wall or out and was too far off first, and they were able to get the double play to end the inning.
How many times are we going to see Andrew bunting in this kind of situation this season? 0, perhaps? Unless it's late in the game. I can't see him bunting very much.
He's going to try to drive in some runs, I think.
Yeah.
Hitting in the 3rd spot in the order. If you have some question about that, you look at his numbers from last year. His average was significantly higher in the 3rd spot than it was in the leadoff spot. And Tabata figures to be the leadoff hitter. This is the way it's been throughout the majority of spring training, with Tabata hitting 1 and McCutchen hitting 3. Although McCutchen has tried the leadoff spot a couple of times, but Clint Hurdle seems pretty set on having him hit number 3.
I talked to Clint, and Clint, trust me on this one, Clint Hurdle does not lose any sleep over what his batting order is going to be. He said, it turns over, you get different situations. He said, if you can hit, I'm going to be happy wherever you are. And so, he'll play with it. He'll try to find something he likes, especially the early part of the season, early part of April. But it's not a big concern.
2-2. Now the count full to McCutchen. Andrew figures to have the type of year that many thought he could have at this point in his career. What I mean by that is
he's kind of due for that bust out.
He's due to be playing in the Midsummer Classic. He is due to be an all-star player. And last year probably could have been. Went to the all-star game anyway, but that was to film a commercial. That did not obviously make the team, but this year should be an all-star year for Andrew McCutchen. Full count. And Josh Beckett getting his sign from Jared Saltalamacchia. Walker the runner at second base. Nobody out. And that's ball 4, and the Bucks have runners at first and second. Here's a plan that I want you to look at, folks. If you don't have a season ticket plan, this one is extremely reasonable and easy for you to get to these games. A 20-game plan. Now, the Saturday Plus plan starts at $140 for adults, $120 for kids 14 and under. all 13 Saturday home games, including the sold-out Red Sox game, Phillies game, and all 3 Sky Blasts, opening day, and 6 select Friday night games. That's a 20-game plan right there that is certainly
how can you not consider
great for the
that?
family.
There's a lot of stuff involved in that 20-game plan. A lot of stuff.
And I like what Lou DePauli was talking about earlier in the game about the liberal exchange program. So if you have 20 games and there's a game in there that you can't go to, you don't have to eat the ticket. You just call your Pirates ticket representative and say, you know, I can't go to this game. Can I exchange it for another? And they'll set you up. So you don't lose out. You still get a full 20 games, even if you can't make a game or two. Lyle Overbay takes ball 1.
Well, Lyle, you got a perfect situation. 2 men on, nobody out, and a nice gentle breeze that would help anything hit to right field. And you, as a left-hand power hitter, love to see you run into one.
You call the Pirates right now. Operators standing by. Number at the top of your screen. 1-800-BUY-BUCKS. The pitch. Strike 1. Overbay, 3 home runs, and again working on a 9-game hitting streak currently. Flat out foul to Kevin Youkilis at third base in the 2nd inning. Overbay out of the University of Nevada, Reno. He takes the ball. The last Pirate to play at Nevada, Reno was Ryan Church last year. He was a member of the Wolfpack baseball team there. Cold there in the spring, though. That's not like the, as they say, the sandbox in the South, Las Vegas. It's not warm like that in the spring. It's like regular winter weather way up in the northern part of Nevada. They play a lot of baseball there, and Overbay was a member of that university's program. And he hits this one to left center field. That's going to split the gap and go to the wall. Here comes Walker around third. He'll score. Right behind him, McCutcheon. And into second base with a 2-run double. Lyle Overbay, and the Pirates lead it 2-0.
Lyle Overbay is a professional hitter. We knew that when we got him. He kind of made his reputation as a major league hitter by hitting the gaps like that, Tim. And that's been kind of a signature of his. Right center, left center. Takes this ball with authority toward the 370 sign, gets down on the grass, and everybody's going to come around. Andrew McCutcheon just kind of cruising on in to give the Pirates their 2nd run. Nice looking stuff.
When we watch McCutcheon run like that, he's only in 3rd gear.
Yep.
He can really turn it on when he wants to.
Turn it on when needed.
So Overbay in scoring position. Nobody out for Pedro Alvarez. Some members of the national media who have stopped by the ballpark the last few days. A lot of interest in talking to Pedro. They figure he's going to be a breakout player in the big leagues very soon.
Right now you want him to pull the ball.
Swing and a miss. See Pedro with his new number this year, 24. That's the one he's going to stick with. And contrary to some reports, he's in pretty good shape, pretty good physical shape. He's been making all the plays at third, making all the throws. Beckett checks second base, and now the 1-1 pitch. On an appeal, and Pedro's rung up for a strike on an excuse me swing. Yeah, no question about that one. Here is El Toro. Pedro Alvarez. Overbay at second base. Pirates with a 2-0 lead. And that's low.
You know, how many skinny home run hitters have you remember? I don't remember all that many skinny home run hitters. You know, if a guy weighs 280 and he hits the ball over the fence, I like him. So I don't care what Pedro weighs. If he hits the ball over the fence, that's fine with me.
And he hits a bullet to second base. Pedroia goes to third. Overbay is out. That ball just hit so sharply. Pedroia had to play at third base, and normally with the ball hit behind you like that, you're a runner at second, you're going to take off. But Pirates aggressive on the bases, and Overbay is out. Going to say it's a nice play by Pedroia.
Yeah, that ball is blistered. And the only risk on the part of Pedroia is if he throws it and it hits the runner in the back, because he's kind of got a line where he's throwing. But that ball was absolutely smoked, so he had time to make the throw over, and then the tag was made comfortably. Yeah, there's the only risk, is that line of flight from the throw from the second baseman to the third baseman. Pedro won't hit it much harder than that.
Matt Diaz takes the breaking ball and hits it on a play. Foul. Diaz, see a lot of him in right field this year. He will split time with Garrett Jones. Diaz, the plan is to have him hit against left-handed pitching, which over the course of his career he's done very well against. And Garrett Jones would face the right-handers. Diaz earlier in the week took a number of his new teammates over to Winter Haven, where he lives, and they helped build a playground for Matt's charities, Diaz Family Charities, something that he and his family have been very involved in. One ball and one strike. I think the fans of Pittsburgh are going to like Matt Diaz.
Well, I hope he likes his playground in right field, his own playground that he'll share.
One out. Alvarez at first. Beckett throws over there, and Pedro gets back.
Pedro will probably do as much running and trying to steal a base as Andrew will do bunting. Not very much.
Long pause, and now he'll throw over again. Now, how important is it for a pitcher to change the timing once you get set? A quick delivery as opposed to a later delivery?
Yeah, well, you have to do it all. You have to hesitate. You have to step off. Just show the runner different looks so they don't get you into a pattern where you're going to do the same thing all the time. That's how they wind up timing you and getting an early start. Just vary what you do. Set, you hold it a while, you go quick sometimes.
1-2 to Diaz.
There are some pitchers that will just not even set. They'll come down. It's almost like a bounce. And if they do it a lot, you won't get an umpire calling a ball. You're supposed to come set and it's supposed to stop. But there are pitchers that don't stop. Sometimes just stay out there, come to a set, and just don't throw the ball until the guy at home plate with the bat gets antsy and he calls timeout.
In the long pause.
Like that, right there.
There you go.
That's designed more for the base runner than to make the hitter anxious.
And Diaz, former Atlanta Brave. Signed with the Pirates this offseason. Beckett's pitch. Breaking ball. Did Diaz check his swing? Yes, he did.
I hear from some Red Sox fans aren't happy about that call.
Beckett now with 60 pitches thrown in the bottom half of the fourth inning. The pitchers have been fairly efficient today. Both Beckett and Correa. One out, and the 2-2 pitch coming to Matt Diaz. And he bangs it up the middle for a single.
That ball is smoked. The one out that's been recorded in this inning was the result of a hot smash by Alvarez, and this one hit just as hard, and this one goes back up the middle into center field.
Third hit of the inning for the Pirates. Matt Diaz now has hit safely in 8 of his last 10 games.
Now, they've both been efficient, but Josh Beckett laboring. He's thrown a bunch of pitches here in the bottom of the fourth. Don't see any activity yet in the Boston bullpen, but we're not too far away from that.
Well, Terry Francona wants Josh Beckett to go a distance today. Way up and in on Cedeno. He has only listed 2 other relievers today, Alfredo Aceves and Dan Wheeler. Hello. Terry Francona had the opportunity to manage a thoroughbred athlete while he was the manager of the AA Birmingham Barons in the White Sox system.
Did he have Jordan?
He had Michael Jordan. He was a starting right fielder on opening day against the Chattanooga Lookouts.
You talk about creating a lot of attention around this area because Jordan was over in Sarasota training. When he wasn't playing golf.
Yeah. Well, he went on from the White Sox system in Double-A to get the big league job with the Philadelphia Phillies, and a well-placed phone call by Michael Jordan helped get Terry the job. Underneath it is Darnell McDonald. And there are 2 outs. Well, talking about making a phone call, why don't you pick up the phone right now and call, whether it's your landline or your cell. 1-800-BUY-BUCKS. Staff is working hard today.
325.
And taking your phone calls. Any questions you have about Pirates ticket packages, group sales, ways that you can enhance your experience, call and talk to one of the Pirates ticket representatives standing by, and they will answer your calls. Partial season ticket plans, half season ticket plans, 20 game plans. And if you order a plan of 20 or more games today, you'll get an autographed lithograph signed by Steve Blass, who is sitting here to my right, and Manny Sanguillen, who was here in Bradenton for a few weeks at the beginning of spring training in uniform.
And don't forget, on a nice afternoon, come on down to the ballpark. Wander down. They'll take care of you, even if you don't have a structured plan. Come on down.
Runners off first and second. Pitch to Dusty Brown. That's a fastball strike. Beckett will run that four-seamer up there. He's got a very good one. Top out about 95, 96 miles an hour. 4 hits apiece. Pirates with a 2-0 lead. 2-run double by Lyle Overbay, extending his spring training hitting streak to 10 straight games. Alvarez at second, Diaz at first. Beckett looks back at Alvarez, now comes home. Curveball high.
Well, Lyle Overbay, when he first came to the big leagues, became a doubles machine, a gap hitter, and kind of made his name by a bunch of doubles for consecutive years, several years in a row, up among the leaders in 2-base hits.
Well, think about the structure of PNC Park in the left center field alley, where you go to the north side notch, and a guy who does go well to the opposite field gap for a left-handed hitter. He could have a good year in terms of driving in runs.
Yep.
It's not that way in Toronto. That's a symmetrical ballpark. So it's the same in right center as it is in left center in terms of the gap. But the structure of PNC Park's outfield, I think, plays into Lyle Overbay's favor.
Absolutely. He'll just have to run a little bit more because some of those doubles will create a big turnaround second just in case.
2-ball, 2-strike pitch coming to the Pirates catcher today, former Red Sox farmhand Dusty Brown. And the pitch. And right off the heel of Beckett. And Scudero won't have a play. That'll be an infield single.
I don't know if Beckett kicked at the ball or not, but sometimes your reactions will just take over on you. You'll reach out with your hand, or you try to kick a ball with your foot. It almost looks like it, but still hard for me to believe.
Looked like he was playing hacky sack. A real unnatural motion. I mean, it was almost as though he was kicking it. But why would you do that?
Well, sometimes you just do it without thinking. It's a reaction. I'm going to do something to stop the ball. No, he didn't. That shot there.
He's trying to get out of the way.
I think we saw a lot of foot movement after the contact of the ball was made.
Well, Beckett's okay after the visit to the mound. And now facing Kevin Correa. Correa 1 for 1, and he bats with the bases full of Buccos. 2-0 Pirates. Bottom of inning number 4. And Beckett's first pitch. And Correa bangs it to the left side, a base hit. Alvarez scores. Around third comes Diaz, and he will score. Down to third base. Brown, the ball gets away. Dusty Brown's going to score. 3 runs are in, and Kevin Correa still motoring.
Sweet cheese on a stick. How about that? There you go, folks. You want some action? Wow, was that fun? Do it, Kevin. Get the parade started. 2 knocks for the Pirates starter. And here's the beginning of the merry-go-round. You get 2 for free. Right there. And then, well, you get this one for free. And that's all you need, but then you get this one for free.
Jose top of the third time around. Pirates with a 5-0 lead. I wrote that one down. Sweet cheese on a stick.
I don't know what it means. My son says that when he's happy.
Does anybody serve that anywhere? Pitch outside, 1-1 to top of the.
That ain't working. That's the way you do it. Dire Straits. Runs for nothing and your errors for free.
Kevin Correa. A pair of base hits. I like it. Like it when the pitchers hit. All the more reason to have them hit earlier in spring training. Get those at bats. And top of a slow roller towards short. Scutaro fires onto first base. Tabata's gone. But Pirates have a big inning. A 5 spot here in the 4th. A 5-0 lead over Boston.
Of group sales, and there's a lot of reasons to go ahead and get a good group together and come to the ball game.
Absolutely. This year, the celebration of the 1971, we're honoring Roberto Clemente and the whole team. We offer a lower level package for just $21. Roberto Clemente's number. It includes this nice jersey. Comes with every single ticket. $24 seat, $21. One hat. Again, very affordable, groups of just 15 or more.
And I would imagine you need to do that relatively soon. The sooner you get those groups together, the better.
Absolutely. We fill up very quickly in those lower level special locations.
What are some of the other incentives to go ahead and bring a big group to the ballpark?
That's a great question. We have great experiential events for all of our groups, whether you're a youth baseball league or a church. Youth teams can get on the field and actually watch batting practice or shag fly balls during batting practice. We have groups available for all sizes, experiences available for all sizes. So lots of fun, but obviously those experiences fill up very, very quickly.
Justin, thanks for the time.
Thank you.
All right, back to McKechnie Field in Bradenton, Florida, guys.
Paul, Justin, thank you very much. A number of our corporate sponsors are here today enjoying this ball game and enjoying what they're seeing so far. Pirates with a 5-0 lead heading to the 5th. And some more details from group sales packages, the hats off package. And I love the fact that it's the replica 1971 cap, which is really neat. And the Clemente jersey is the gray one this year. Last year was the white one. But they are fantastic jerseys. And take advantage of these group packages, folks, because they are wonderful, very, very affordable, and you'll be one of the best dressed Pirates fans at the game once they hand you out your new team issued number 21 jersey or your 1971 cap. There's the new batting practice jersey that the Pirates are wearing. A lot of fans are showing up with those here in Bradenton. So the Pirates have built a 5-0 lead. 3 of those 5 runs unearned, Steve, but they all count.
Absolutely, and you love to see your starting pitcher help out. Kevin Correa 2 for 2, a couple RBIs.
Darnell McDonald draws a leadoff walk. First walk issued by Kevin Correa this afternoon. Fans, we invite you to go inside Pirates baseball to hear Clint Hurdle as he's mic'd up for the first time in his career and see what many say will be the strength of this team. Inside Pirates baseball 2011 season preview presented by AGH Sports Medicine today following Pirates postgame on FSN. Daniel Nava at the plate, the left fielder. And he takes a strike. Now, Nava had a great debut last year for Boston. Was called up from AAA Pawtucket in the afternoon, made it to Fenway Park, got inserted into the lineup with the bases loaded facing Joe Blanton. And the very first pitch he saw as a major leaguer, he hit a grand slam.
Hello.
He hit it into the bullpen in right center field at Fenway Park.
Hello, my name's Daniel Nava, and you will know me now.
They didn't know him very well until that moment. Now they all know him in New England. One of those, those legends, those legendary stories of guys that do something great when they first arrived in the big leagues. 1-1. Chopper over the head of Overbay and into right field. McDonald rounding second. He'll go to third. Daniel Nava's got a base hit, and the Red Sox with runners at first and third and nobody out.
The high chop over the head of Lyle Overbay. Nothing he could do about it. And the Red Sox are in the same situation they were in the top of the first inning. Runners at first and third, nobody out. They didn't score then, and let's hope they can be held to nothing this time. No chance for Lyle.
This infield, by the way, is brand new. After the Florida State League season last year, the grounds crew came in and they did extensive work on this, fixing the drainage, and it was laser graded, brand new grass, brand new clay. Everything was new for spring training. And Reddick hammers this one to right field. Going back, Diaz, he makes the catch. McDonald will score, and the Red Sox get on the board. It's 5-1. Sacrifice fly for Josh Reddick in his 8th run batted in of the spring.
Unfortunate for Kevin Correa, that ball was hit at Diaz because it was hammered.
How about that sound?
You hear the crack of the bat. That was, that's center cut. USDA prime.
Matt Diaz hung with it. One out, throw to first base, and diving back is Daniel Nava. Here's Nate Spears. Spears has already been told by Terry Francona he's not making the ball club. But he got permission from general manager Theo Epstein to keep him around and continue to play him in Major League exhibition games. He is a utility guy. He ropes it past a diving Overbay into right field. And Spears, a base hit.
And now we're getting an indication that maybe the fuel running out of the tank a little bit. There's been several balls tattooed in this inning off Kevin.
Back to the top of the order for the Red Sox, Marco Scutaro. 1 for 2, a single in the first inning, and he struck out looking in the third. Kevin Correa visiting with Dusty Brown and probably saying, well, where's Chris Snyder? Where's Ryan Domet? Where's Jason Jaramillo? The names you may be familiar with as a Pirate catcher. Well, Snyder has had a flare-up in his lower back, so the Pirates have been taking it very easy with him. Domet started yesterday against Philadelphia over in Clearwater, getting back after a 10-day layoff from a slight oblique strain. I talked to Ryan yesterday about the injury. He said it's really nothing. He said he feels 100% ready to go. And Jason Jaramillo will come in to replace Dusty Brown in this game, and he and Brown are battling for the third catcher's spot. And if the Pirates decide to carry 3 catchers, either Brown or Jaramillo will be that third catcher.
Jaramillo's knocking the cover off the ball. He's something like 9 for 17, so he is taking advantage of his opportunities.
Yep, 529 is average.
Yep. Now, you always take into consideration how many of those hits are off major league pitchers. Have they been late in ball games when he's been facing minor league pitching? So, there are factors that go beyond the numbers, as we all know, in spring training play. But still, it's still 9 for 17.
Yeah. You got a good memory. You just pulled that number right out, and you were right on.
Well, I looked at 2 things before the game. No, that did jump out at me when I looked at the stats.
Did you look? Yeah, you looked at that in the menu in the press room. Was that it?
I did, yeah, and I was more impressed with Jaramillo's stats.
1 ball, no strikes, and 1 man is out. Red Sox with runners at first and second. Correa's pitch. And Scutaro lines it to left. Nava will come around third and score. Holding at second is Spears. It's now 5-2. RBI single for Marco Scutaro. His 4th run batted into the spring.
Well, we came in and talked about a bunch of hits given up by Kevin Correa, and he's been very good through the first 4. Now he's getting knocked around a little bit, so we'll see what happens in the Pirate bullpen. I still don't see anybody throwing. So, on we go. But came in with, I think, 13 innings and 20 hits given up. So he hasn't really helped that particular category this afternoon. But he sure has swung the bat good.
Drew Sutton has entered the game as a pinch runner for Boston.
You need a ground ball somewhere here.
So Sutton is now at first base for Scutaro. So Terry Francona seeing 3 at-bats for Scutaro. He'll get him out of the game.
And one thing Kevin Correa, I'm sure he wants to keep that fastball down because it's adequate, but he gets hurt when he gets it up, or has been getting hurt here in March when the fastball has been up. The breaking stuff has been fine. Got to keep the fastball down.
Pitch to Dustin Pedroia. Outside 2-0. We'd like to thank some more season ticket renewals. Jeff Wagner, who's been a season ticket holder since 1997. Thanks, Jeff. Tony Jost. John Melcher, both season ticket holders since 2000. And James Barley of New Enterprise Stone and Lime. He's been a season ticket holder for over 20 years. So thanks, James, for renewing. Operators standing by in Pittsburgh to take your calls at 800 by Bucks. Pedroia bounces this one over by the Red Sox dugout. 2-1 to the Boston second baseman.
Well, certainly this had to be your team when you were growing up, Tim. Boston Red Sox growing up in New Hampshire.
That's all we had.
All those years ago.
I didn't know the pitchers hit when I was a kid.
All those years ago, and now, happy birthday. We know you're celebrating a birthday today.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Somebody let the cat out of the bag.
Yep.
I never tell anybody about that stuff.
Well, if you lend me a couple bucks, I'll buy you a drink.
Pitch is high for a ball. Yeah, I used to live, when I was in college, I went to school in Boston. I lived 3 blocks from the Green Monster. That was the day when you
That's why you didn't graduate?
Yeah. Spent too much time in the bleachers. You could get a ticket there for $3 at the time, and you could walk up in the bottom of the first and never worry about anything. You'd spread out. Now you've got to make a plan a year in advance to go to a game.
It's an event. Yeah, it sure is.
3-1, and Pedroia again foul ball. Yeah, growing up in New England, the Red Sox were religion, still are. And the advent of cable TV was pretty neat. In my house it was, because we all of a sudden had the Yankees, the Mets, the Cubs, the Braves, and the Montreal Expos in French.
There you go. You had it all covered. Yep.
It was neat hearing a game. The announcer would say, "Un ball depuis au Warren Cromartie," and the announcer also soit Steve Rogers.
And the Deuce and Blue, the second baseman, and Lonnie Koo and all that.
Gardien de Boue behind the plate. Yeah.
And Yuppie, the mascot.
Yeah.
Was that Jacques Doucette and Roger Brulé? They might have done radio.
Correctement.
Yeah.
But
Claude Raymond, yeah.
You flip around during the commercial breaks and sit there all night long and watch baseball.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Three balls and 2 strikes to Dustin Pedroia. Sutton the runner at first, and over at second base Nate Spears, stretched by Correa. 3-2, runners go, and Pedroia hits it on the ground to second. Neil Walker, nice play. He's up, throws onto first, and Overbay can't keep his foot on the bag. Bases loaded.
And the inning is extended once again. Now there's activity in the Pirate bullpen, as this has been a long top of the 5th inning for Kevin Correa.
Gets to the ball well, but the throw pulling Overbay off the bag will cost an error to the Pirates and Neil Walker.
Oh, that's a tough error. Well, I guess because he wound up having a lot of time. He did a great job on an in-between hop there. Tough to get the glove on the ball and then couldn't finish the deal.
Pitching coach Ray Searage comes out to visit with Kevin Correa. Individual game tickets to watch the Pirates at PNC Park are also on sale now. Come see for yourself as new manager Clint Hurdle leads an exciting and determined Pirate squad for what will be a full season of memories. Tickets are selling quickly. These 2 games are already sold out. Opening day against the Rockies, April 7th, June 25th against the Red Sox. 3 other games already have limited inventory. Saturday, June 4th against the Phillies. Friday, June 24th against Boston. And Sunday, June 26th also against the Red Sox. Other series of note: Detroit Tigers coming in May 20th through the 22nd. The Phillies for a weekend set, June 3rd through the 5th. And the Mets, a 4-game set, Friday, June 10th through Monday, June 13th. And don't forget the 1971 World Series Championship celebration. Baltimore visits June 20th through the 22nd. Parrott will be there, as he always is. Parrott has been ever present here in Florida.
Having a great spring training.
He does get jealous in the 8th inning when the Seagulls start to show up, though.
Yeah.
Says he's not the only bird in the stadium. He gets a little jealous. Saltalamacchia fouls this one away. A couple of neat events going on, too, on May 21st is the date. Neil Walker bobblehead night. So I know a lot of folks interested in that one. I sat with a group of season ticket holders here last Sunday. Oh, no, it wasn't last Sunday. Maybe it was Tuesday or Monday. I don't know.
Every day is Saturday here. Every night is Friday.
Every day is Tuesday. Anyway, it was this week. And they were telling me they all had their tickets and their friends had their tickets because they wanted the Neil Walker bobblehead. Andrew McCutcheon has an action figure this year, too. Saltalamacchia pops it up to left. Settling under it, Tabata. Runner tags. Here's the throw. It is not in time. Spears slid past the bag and caught home plate with his hand.
Long, strong throw by Jose. Had just a little bit too much air under, but right on the money, and I thought they had a very legitimate chance. Just got in under the tag. All the way. I even thought they had a chance to chase him down if he slid around home plate.
Spears beats the throw from Tabata.
Drive by.
Here's Kevin Youkilis. It's a 5-3 game. And the Red Sox have the tying run in scoring position. Dustin Pedroia is at second base. Down to third, Drew Sutton, who entered as a pinch runner for Marco Scudero. Youkilis is 0 for 2. Youkilis struck out looking in the 4th. Kevin Correa ready to go. The 0-1 pitch. Just missed outside and low. Justin Thomas, left-hander, has been warming up in the bullpen for the Pirates. Want to welcome a new season ticket holder, James Leone. James, thanks for calling our ticket representatives today and becoming a new season ticket holder.
Boy, if you want to see a funny stance or a holding of the bat over the back of his head, Youkilis looks like he's trying to twist himself into the ground.
He's got kids in Little League all over New England doing the same thing. Unorthodox. 2-1. Fouled off his foot.
That's right. At least now the kids don't unwrap their wrist 50 times now that Petrocelli is gone.
Rico Petrocelli started as a shortstop, played a lot of third base in Boston. In fact, Jerry Remy, old second baseman, is here in the ballpark today. visited with him before the game. I said, I remember you as a player. So, well, not too many guys I meet say that. He goes, I wasn't any good, was I? I said, no, you were pretty good. Nice. Kidding with him. He's a very popular figure in that area. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 men out. And 2 on. Correa to Euclid. Count full.
I think we've shortened Kevin's trip down to 5 innings.
It looks that way.
Yes. He was cruising through the first 4.
Payoff pitch coming from Kevin Correa. And that is a long way and a long way foul.
I think he got around on this one.
Right in the wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Well, Correa gets to push the reset button here on 3-2. And again, the payoff to Euclid. To short center field, and there is Andrew McCutcheon to make the grab, stranding the tying run. But 3 come in for Boston on 3 hits. There was an error. 2 left. To 4.5, 5-3. Pirates. On the 7th of April, magnetic schedules. Friday, it's a Buck night, also a free shirt Friday, and a Pirates schedule poster night. Kids Glove Day, April 10th. You see the Andrew McCutcheon action figure, as Andrew McCutcheon will be featured with an action figure, the only action figure to be given out this year. Pretty good looking item, and certainly will look good on the mantle as well. To find out more about the giveaway nights, what dates, and what items, call 1-800-BUY-BUCKS right now. Operators are standing by, waiting to take your calls. April 23rd, Pirates will be giving away the Andrew McCutcheon action figure when the Washington Nationals come to town for a 7:05 game. Here's Neil Walker. May 21st is his bobblehead night. That is sure to be an extremely popular bobblehead. Walker out of Pine Richland High School.
2 for 2 on the day. 2 rocket shots, right?
Yeah. That's what they'll look back on and say they were. Well, he is 2 for 2 with a run scored. Pitched to him.
What do they always say? Line drives in tomorrow morning's paper.
5-3 ball game. Pirates with the lead. 5 runs on 6 hits in an error for the Red Sox. 3 runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors. And Beckett, 2-2 on the way. And Walker to left field. This one is going to take the left fielder Nava back. He starts forward again, makes the catch. 2 for 3 now for Neal. Andrew McCutcheon. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Scored a run in the 4th. Andrew has done a fairly nice job this spring. Came into the game today hitting .378. And he hits this one deep to center field, but stopping in front of the warning track is Darnell McDonald, quickly 2 away. Well, the Pirate Parrot wishing Norb Cohen get well. That's what Marty the Marauder is thinking right now. Norb Cohen, a long time Pirate fan. Died in the wool, Bucko fan. Missing his first spring training since 1988. He's got a couple of broken ribs. And Norb, we wish you well.
Yeah. Get off the DL. Still got time to make the club. Yeah. Got to get some innings in, though.
Norb's also a great collector of memorabilia.
As is his dad. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. That is the dad. Yeah, Jeff is the son. I'm sorry. Yep, Norb. Go way back with Norb.
Had a nice visit with him at Pirate Fest this year. Lyle Overbay, 10-game hitting streak, drove in 2 with a double in the 4th. And rips this one into the hole on the right side of the infield, and Overbay's got another hit. 2 for 3 this afternoon. A 2-out single ripped to right by Lyle Overbay.
No concerns about Lyle Overbay's spring training, is there? None whatsoever.
Lyle's just fine.
We're looking at this replay of this base hit. Looks like Terry Francona's seen enough from Jeff Beckett today.
So Francona comes out and takes the ball from his starter, Josh Beckett, who will end up going 4 2/3 innings.
Alexander, along with Brian Scher. He's the Senior Director of Marketing and Special Events, and your job a lot has to do with the great promotions, and I imagine this year is chock full of great ones.
Absolutely. Want everybody to go online, go to Pirates.com, and check out all of the cool giveaways we've got this year. You know, we've got an Andrew McCutcheon figurine. We've got a Neil Walker bobblehead, the only bobblehead on the schedule this year. We've got the kids Pedro replica jersey. We got a kids Tabata replica jersey. Chuck Tanner floppy hat. A salute to our skipper there, Chuck. Let's talk about the events. Some great events happening this year. We've got the Orioles coming to town June 20, 21, 22, and we're going to celebrate the 40th anniversary of our 71 championship against those Orioles. And we've got Steve Blass here, Manny Sanguine here, Dave Justy, Scoops, Al Oliver. They're all going to be here for a reunion, so that's going to be a lot of fun. A couple of great giveaways during that series as well. Of course, we've got fireworks nights. We've got Sky Blast, 3 great Sky Blast shows. June 11th, Huey Lewis in the News. July 9th, we've got 38 Special, and August 6th is Train, recently won a Grammy. And September 24th, Fan Jam, Steve Miller Band. Steve Miller was here last year, and as soon as he came off stage, he said, I want to come back next year. And so we're bringing him back. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And you better get those tickets early. They go quick.
You got to get those tickets now. Get yourself a plan. That's the best way to do it, so you can bring the family down for all of the big games.
All right. Back to the big game in Florida. Guys, take it away.
All right, thanks, Paul. Pirates with a 5-3 lead here at McKechnie Field, and we're on to the 6th inning when we come back. Pirates leading by 2 runs as we start the top of the 6th at McKechnie Field, and a new pitcher on, Joel Hanrahan, to face the designated hitter for Boston, Mike Cameron. And the first pitch is lined to the left field on a base hit. Leadoff single for Cameron. The Red Sox have a base runner with Steve Blass. I'm Tim Neverett. Joining us in the booth, the president of the Pirates, Frank Coonley. And a wonderful day down here. So far, so good for the Bucks. And I know the folks back in Pittsburgh in the Pirates offices are busy today on a big sales day. And a lot of folks joining in, buying new season ticket packages and welcoming new season ticket holders to the Pirate family.
Well, it's a great day down here at McKechnie Field. We've had a great spring so far, weather-wise, that's for sure. And the guys are really getting at it. So it's great to be able to broadcast these games back home to Pittsburgh.
Darnell McDonald takes low and away for a ball. Hanrahan, the Pirate closer, working for Kevin Correa, who went 5 innings and gave up 3 runs, 2 of them earned. Well, lots of ways for folks to enjoy the Pirates this season. Lots of big games, lots of big weekends, great promotions, and 3 great Sky Blast nights. Terrific bands, award-winning bands that will be playing. Huey Lewis in the News, Train, 38 Special, and Steve Miller Band back again.
Right, back again by popular demand. Steve Miller Band played through the pouring rain last year, as you may remember, Tim. It was remarkable. His roadies were trying to get him off the stage because it was becoming dangerous, but Steve wouldn't go off. So that was a great night. Many great nights and great Pirate baseball as well.
McDonald hits this one down the right field line, foul and out of play. A long strike, 2-1.
You got a busy office going on up there in Pittsburgh today. Cranking it up.
They certainly are. They're working hard. They've been working hard all off season. The good news is the fans have really responded. The season ticket sales have gone very well so far this off season, but we're still pushing, and lots of tickets remaining for some great games. As Tim said, we really got a great schedule this year with the Phillies at home on a weekend, the Detroit Tigers visiting us again after having been here a couple of years ago, also on a weekend. Obviously, we're going to invite the Red Sox back in town and take on our rival from the very first World Series in 1903.
That's right. Weren't they the Americans then?
They were. They were the Boston Americans back then.
Still the same franchise.
And somehow they beat us in what was then a 9-game World Series schedule.
Best of 9, yeah. 7 wouldn't do it. Had to be 9. So, folks back in the offices working, you have any questions on season ticket packages, group sales, individual games, to see that you can get your tickets for your friends and family and yourself, call them. And right now, operators and season ticket reps are standing by all the way up until the end of the game. And then on Pirates.com after the game, you can get all kinds of information. But call them at 1-800-BUY-BUCKS as they're back there working hard for you today. Steve Blass logs on to Pirates.com quite a bit.
Absolutely. I'm all over it, and hope you get involved, too.
Well, it goes, and Darnell McDonald slaps it foul over the Boston dugout.
I have heard that Steve's internet usage has been monitored closely.
Well, yeah, by the FDA, FCC, the FBI, whatever we need to do. But what we've been talking about a little bit, Frank, too, is the flexibility of the people that Pirate fans are going to reach. Not only the structured plans, but if you've got a situation that's just particular to you, they will work with you to find some way to make it work for you to be involved with Pirate baseball, which is, I think, a great system.
Heads up. Well, our guys and gals in Pittsburgh know all of the packages and all of the plans, and they can develop a plan especially for you. And we've done that with many season ticket holders who want some seats in the Lexus Club, want some seats in the club level, and want some seats in the behind home plate or down the first base line. So they can put together a package for you that they're there to serve you. They're there to make sure that you're getting what you want in your Bucko baseball.
Payoff pitch.
He's got him.
His Hanrahan throws to first. And now Cameron took the bulk of the baseball, I think.
And maybe got stepped on. That's risky business over there. Joel with a pretty quick move to first base that time. And Joel Hanrahan's doing just fine. Like 5 2/3 innings, 8 strikeouts. So the ratio that we expect is there when he gets out there. He's going to get his share of strikeouts and then some.
Hanrahan's payoff. Up in the air to right center field. McCutchen drifting back. Now Diaz has a beat on it. And on the warning track makes the catch, and Darnell McDonald is gone. Folks, not everybody can go to 81 home games or 41 home games, but a 10-game plan is very reasonable. And you get great dates with the 10-game plans, don't you?
You do. And 20-game plans, 10-game plans. You can pick the weekend plans if you can only get to the games during the weekend. If you live far away from PNC Park and can only make the weekend games, you can put together a 10-game or a 20-game plan that is principally weekends for you. Or if you're in town and you're working in town and you want to go to those weekday games, you can put together a plan for you as well.
Daniel Nava, the left fielder, takes a strike on the inside edge of the plate from Hanrahan. Nothing in one down. Cameron the runner at first. Pirates with a 5-3 lead.
And I'm sure you've talked about the very liberal exchange policy. Yes. So if you get a plan and you pick a game and for some reason you can't make it to that game, call your ticket rep before the game and they can get you into another game later in the season.
One foul away. And then folks who buy plans of 20 games or more get the free autographed Steve Blass and Manny Sanguillen lithograph of that great moment. Steve, while we're showing you, can you relive that? Can you?
Well, what we said before.
Should I be Manny?
Well,
I don't know. I don't know if I can pick you up, Steve.
Well, the thing is, we've decided if you buy more than 50 of those particular plans, that we will come to your house and reenact that that very moment.
And then Manny's going to get his knees rescoped again.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we might have to have some surgery involved.
Yeah, there's a look at the lithograph there.
Well, Manny was in camp for us again this year, doing a great job keeping everybody upbeat with that big smile on his face, helping the catchers out. And it's great to have guys like he, Teague, Maz, Verdon. It's great to have those guys here.
Yeah, great ambassadors for sure.
Nava takes high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. I just like seeing Manny when he comes to the booth at PNC Park.
Well, he always brings those sandwiches.
Bearing barbecue sandwiches as gifts.
Special benefit.
Yeah.
That's that point in March now. I think everybody's starting to get a little bit itchy. Let's get this thing pared down to 25 guys, and let's get serious about our baseball. So next week is going to be, everybody's going to have a little bounce in their step, getting ready to go.
Absolutely, and until Tim said it last night, we have some of our very good corporate partners in this weekend, and we had them out to dinner last night, and Tim mentioned that we're 2 weeks away from opening day, and it really hit you at that point.
Yeah, it does.
We're getting there.
It was funny when I mentioned that to the group. It was almost a gasp in the room, like, I can't believe it.
It snuck up on us somehow. It's been a long winter, but it still snuck up on us somehow.
And you get drawn into this wonderful atmosphere down here in Florida. And well, yeah, it's opening day. That's right.
And I'm sure we're going to have 75-degree and sunny in Chicago when we open on the 1st, and then again in Pittsburgh. Like last year, we had a beautiful opening day last year in Pittsburgh on April 7th.
Well, Frank, you sat in on all these meetings. Do you get a feel from Clint Hurl and the staff that they're okay with the way things have gone in a general sense so far during the month?
I think Clint's happy with the focus and with the work ethic and with the way the guys are coming together. Obviously, we've got some work to do still, and there's still some areas that we need to work on, and he's continuing to push in all of those areas. Nobody's satisfied until this team's ready to break camp completely prepared for the 2011 season. So Clint is relentless. He's continuing to push these guys, and they're working on various things. Obviously, we've talked about and we've seen the more base running, the more stealing of bases and being aggressive on the base. There you go.
Called strike 3. Nava down on strikes, 2 away.
Yeah, vintage hammer.
But Clint is relentless, and with these guys in the morning, preparing, game plan, working, hitting a different fundamental issue every day, working on the fundamentals every single day, and then going over it after the workout, going over it again after the game. He is a consummate communicator, as we saw again last night at our dinner. He was really firing up the corporate partners last night, and he does a great job with all of our constituents, but most particularly the fans back in Pittsburgh. They're going to love this guy.
Yeah, no tricks. I mean, he's a rock-solid baseball guy. If you do the right things often enough, the repetitions, you'll do them without thinking, and then you're really gaining ground with that approach, I think. I think he believes in that.
Clint really had a number of points of emphasis at this spring training, and the fundamentals was number one. We needed to field the ball better. We need to run the bases better. We need to do the little things necessary to score runs, and the guys have been working on that from day one in spring training down here.
1-1 to Josh Reddick, a swing and a miss.
When Joel Hanrahan can get somebody to chase something off speed other than the fastball, he's 2/3 gotcha.
The slider is nasty.
Yep.
When they don't see that it's spinning, it can't be hit. So you said, Steve, while it's beautiful down here, these guys very shortly are going to be itching to get to Pittsburgh, as you know, with a player. That last week and a half or so down in spring training, you're looking forward to getting back home and to getting the real game started.
Yeah, the veterans, yeah, it's that time. Okay, we're counting the days. We're going to get out here, and we want to start making it count. Now, for the other guys that are still in the candidate class, these are exciting times because you really need to run the table. There are some guys that you have to have a complete month of March to get the job done, and one outing, one game can blow everything up that you've done. So it's a critical time.
2-2 now to Reddick with 2 outs and Mike Cameron, the runner at first base.
I remember being a candidate back in the day, and we'd ride in with a bunch of young pitchers, and we'd go over the staff all the way into McKechnie Field. Okay, this guy's his arm's a little, this guy's a little bit older, and it's an exciting time, but it's
you're doing the numbers, aren't you?
Oh boy, yeah, we're making the roster every day on the way into the ballpark.
It's fouled away.
That's all part of it.
I don't think the broadcasters don't do it today.
Yeah.
You think about
broadcasters, media, and most importantly, our fans back at home.
Yeah, that's part of it. Yeah, picking out your ball club.
And we've got a lot of good battles going on here. Neil and his staff will have some tough decisions to make as we come down to the end of spring training. We've got several guys who are competing for jobs that are doing well. Obviously, Charlie Morton's looked good. Brad Lincoln, who took one off the arm yesterday, has been looking good. So there are going to be some tough decisions he had.
Frank, thanks for joining us today. Enjoy the rest of the game.
My pleasure, guys. Thank you.
We'll try to get you a win.
Frank Coonley joining us here in the booth. 5-3 Pirates. Offices at PNC Park. Pirates sales staff working hard today. You can see the phones are busy, pretty active today, and you can be on the other end of one of those lines very shortly. If you call 1-800-BUY-BUCKS, we encourage you strongly to do that. Find out how you can get a full season ticket package starting as low as $3.99. You get invitations to season ticket holder field days, special Q&A events with Pirates management, exclusive PNC Park interactive events, and many, many other great benefits to becoming a season ticket holder. Again, a full season plan for as low as $3.99. For tickets, 1-800-BUY-BUCKS. Reps are standing by right now, and we appreciate the hard work that they are doing in Pittsburgh today.
I don't think you'll see that kind of combination, that cost for what you get anywhere else in sports. I really don't believe you will.
Matt Diaz fouls the first pitch back and out of play. Pirates a 5-3 lead, and the new pitcher working for the Boston Red Sox is right-hander Alfredo Aceves.
So one pitch for Dan Wheeler. Got the out, and he's gone. He's done.
Yeah. Wheeler was hoping to pitch an inning or so today, but that wasn't the case. Just got a third of an inning and induced a pop-up on the infield by Pedro Alvarez. Breaking ball inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Aceves is 29 years of age. He's out of Sonora, Mexico. 6'3" and 218. Former New York Yankee. Last year had 10 appearances with the Yankees. 43 appearances in 2009.
It's like trader stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
From the Yankees to the Red Sox. Do you welcome a guy after you've hated him for so long?
Here's the comparison. It's kind of like if you were playing for the Northern Army and you went and decided to play for the Confederate team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh. Getting out of the way, and he strikes out. So Diaz is down. He's 1 for 3. Diaz.
Awkward strikeout. Trying to get out of the way. Couldn't. Oh, I forgot. I guess I started the bat. Let me live even with a strikeout.
A couple of big additions for Boston in the offseason this year. Of course, Adrian Gonzalez at first base figures to be a very big addition. He is not in the lineup today. Gonzalez coming over from the Padres, and outfielder Carl Crawford from the Rays. Cedeno flies out to the shortstop Drew Sutton. 2 down. Carl Crawford was a very popular Tampa Bay Ray, and I was in a sporting goods shop here a couple of weeks ago, and I saw a big sale on some Rays Crawford jerseys. They're trying to unload them.
The price is right.
Yeah. Well, we'd like to say hello to another new season ticket holder. Welcome to the season ticket holder family of the Pirates, Nicholas Johnson. Thanks for calling 1-800-BUY-BUCKS today and becoming a season ticket holder.
Talk about former Yankees, Nick Johnson, right?
There's one right there. I don't know if it's the same guy.
Doubt it.
Same name, though. Oh, 2 the count to Dusty Brown. 2 down, bottom of the 6th. Aceves into the wind, and a pitch. Ground ball to the right side. This time Spears gloves it, tosses to a sprinting Aceves, and he records the out. A 1-2-3 inning in the 6th. Aceves gets the Pirates in order. 7th inning coming up.
When the
tournament on hand here today. We hope to see some more great crowds this summer at PNC Park. A lot of great promotional games, including the Sky Blast games. June 11th against the Mets. Grammy Award-winning 80s rock group Huey Lewis. And the news. You know it's hip to be square, Steve. Also, July 9th, the Chicago Cubs platinum-selling recording artist 38 Special. And on August 6th, the Padres are in, and so are two-time Grammy Award-winning Train after the game. So those are the Sky Blast games and the recording artists who will be entertaining afterward. 1-800-BUY-BUCKS to get your tickets for the Sky Blast games. Some well-dressed Pirates fans. Got the Raleigh Fingers mustache going there. But still, a lot of Bucko fans making it down here. Lots of changes to tell you about for the Pirates. Wholesale changes.
All of them.
Justin Thomas, the left-hander out of Youngstown State, is doing the pitching now. Jason Jaramillo is the catcher.
Marte at first, Siriaco at second, Rodriguez at short, Pierce at third.
Steve Pierce getting a shot at third base today.
And Bowker in left, Wimberly in center, Fields in right.
Justin Thomas numbers in spring training. Good, that 0.00 after 4 outings.
And you wonder about Joe Bimo. You want to make sure Joe's all right. He's got a little tender arm or elbow issue, so he was scheduled to work today. Didn't. So you never know. He's had kind of a rough spring health-wise. Joe has.
Well, as far as the left-hander situation goes, here's what we're looking at for candidates. You've got Justin Thomas, who's out there right now. Brian Burris has had an excellent spring. He has really opened some eyes this spring with his performance. Not that he didn't have a track record to begin with as Spears walks, but Burris has been exceptional this spring. You also have Scott Olson, and it remains to be seen whether or not he'll be starting or out of the bullpen. An injury to his hamstring got him a late start, so he has not been able to be as stretched out as the rest of the starters so far. He's still vying for that 5th starting spot, but who knows? He could end up in the bullpen. And the Pirates yesterday placing right-hander Kevin Hart on the 60-day disabled list to start the season. That'll go in effect April 1st. And as they did that, they cleared a roster spot for Garrett Olson, a left-hander that they claimed off waivers from the Seattle Mariners. And he is expected to join the Pirates tomorrow after flying from Arizona. And we'll see what he's got.
And you wonder whether it's just a guy that opened their eyes and, hey, I want that guy regardless of what's going on back here, or something going on back here that dictated that move. Don't know.
Drew Sutton lines this hard to right field. That's over the head of Josh Fields. That'll go to the wall. Spears will hold at third. Sutton is into second base. Drew Sutton with a double, and now the tying run in scoring position for Boston with nobody out of the top of the 7th.
And if you're Justin Thomas, you don't want to have a blow-up outing this late in spring training if you're one of those candidates that you're referring to. And he is immediately in the soup.
Smiles for Drew Sutton. His first at bat, he took over for shortstop Marco Scutaro as a pinch runner in the 5th. Got stranded at third base after Scutaro got a base hit and an RBI. Scutaro finished 2 for 3. But 3 hits, including this double, have come out of that top of the order position from the shortstop for Boston. Well, nobody out. And the pitch to Dustin Pedroia, cut and a miss.
Yep, threw it right by him. You know, I was talking to Stan Savern before the game. Tim, we were talking about Pirates need to win some ball games here coming down the stretch of spring training. We know the record doesn't mean anything, but when you have not been winning a lot of ball games, and you got a new manager, a lot of new people on the staff, and some players that are wondering how they're going to be, you'd like to have some wins.
Oh, this one gets past Jaramillo, and now it's a 1-run ball game. Spears comes across to score. Jaramillo just couldn't handle it, and now the tying run is down at third.
High outside fastball tailing away. And, you know, the old theory, if you get a glove on it, you should get it. I don't know if it's going to be a pass ball or a wild pitch, but the scoring is secondary. Wild pitch? Okay.
Pedroia chance to drive in the tying run. Infield drawn in for the Pirates. And Justin Thomas trying to get him out. Thomas, very familiar with the Pirates. He was, of course, in the area in Youngstown, Ohio, going to college. One of the Penguins' most successful pitchers. Fouled it back. Boy, we had a nice time on the caravan at the luncheon, hot stove luncheon in Youngstown.
The Butler Institute.
Butler Institute.
Yep, that's a regular stop. They're great people there.
Sold out house that afternoon. It was great. Got to see some art I've never seen before. 3D stuff. It was pretty wild. 1-2 pitch and a ground ball foul. Stan Savarin is down in the field. He caught up with today's starting pitcher, Kevin Correa.
All right, Tim, thank you very much with Kevin Correa, the starting pitcher. And normally we want to talk to the starting pitcher about the starting pitching. But in your case, 2 for 2 with a couple RBI. Are you a good hitter?
I don't think I'd call myself a good hitter, but, in the situation, if I can get a pitch hit and get a couple runs, it's always a bonus. You never know how many runs you're going to get in the game, and those runs could be huge, especially right now, giving up a couple runs after that inning. Those runs kept me in the win column right now.
Now, when I was a kid, if you ended up on third base, you gave yourself credit for a triple. Are you giving yourself credit for a triple?
No, definitely not. I don't know. They were throwing the ball kind of all over the place on that play, and, I managed to get to third, but it's fun to get to hit in games. We haven't done it a lot, and I know these guys over here, we're hitting a DH, so for us to have a pitcher against a DH, we got to pull our weight.
Let's talk about your outing. Is it safe to say that this was your best outing of the spring, at least the first 4 innings?
Yeah, I think I've thrown pretty well in my last couple starts. I think today, the first inning wasn't real good. I got a couple balls hit, right to somebody that got me out of the inning, and then I got on a little roll there. And then that last inning, I gave up a couple runs. But I think physically, I feel like that was my best outing. I feel strong at 80 pitches, and, I could have won another inning or two. So I think I'm getting pretty close to a regular season start.
All right, Kevin, thank you. Good job today, and best of luck in spring and for the start of the season.
Thank you.
All right, Kevin Correa, the starting pitcher. Both Kevin and I, Tim, wish you a happy birthday. Back up to you guys.
Thank you very much, Stan.
The cat is not only out of the bag, but down the street.
I'm guessing that was Stan's idea, not Kevin's.
Okay.
Good stuff from Kevin Correa today. Good outing. Yeah, 29 today. I feel a day over 28.
You're 29 today?
You believe me?
Yeah, sure.
I wish.
We all wish for that.
0-2 to Saltalamacchia after Thomas struck out Pedroia, which is inside to Saltalamacchia. 1-2. Big crowd here today. The biggest for a spring training game ever.
Over 6,600 then.
6,644.
Just nipped the last Boston appearance, I believe.
Last Sunday.
Yep. Well, it's interesting to watch Thomas now because he gave up the walk and then the ringing double, got a strikeout, threw a wild pitch, but now he gets the strikeout of Pedroia, a tough out. If he can strike out Saltalamacchia and maybe strand this runner at third base, you're looking at a left-hand guy out of the bullpen that can do these kind of things, even though it was a little sloppy to begin with.
Popped him up out of play. Final stay a ball and 2 strikes to Jared Saltalamacchia. Pirates beat the Red Sox here on Sunday, 9-4. Got the bats going, and it was Beckett who was the starting pitcher and loser in that game as well. In fact, John Bowker hit a long home run off of him in the second inning to deep right center field. Here's the 1-2. And yesterday, Boston dropped a split squad day, lost 8-3 against Detroit in Fort Myers. And then played a game in Port Charlotte at night and lost to the Rays 7-3. Pirates dropped a tough one yesterday to the Phillies in Clearwater, 3-2. A walk-off hit in the bottom of the ninth did it.
From 0-2 to 3-2.
Jared Saltalamacchia with a full count on him and a tying run at third base. Drew Sutton, the backup shortstop today, getting his lead off of third, and the payoff pitch from Thomas. Swung on. It's right back into the booth. Off to our left side.
Over by the writers.
Yeah. Rob Beertemple of Trib caught it.
Did he?
Yep.
How many times did he make contact with the wall before he caught it?
Twice.
Okay.
Yeah, twice. So Rob got it, and then there's Colin Dunlap of the Post-Gazette, Jennifer Langosh of MLB.com.
John Lembo from the Braden and Herald.
There's Rob. He's going to go make a deposit. He's going to give that ball to somebody. Saltalamacchia back here again. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Corner infielders even with the bases. Middle infielders are in. Payoff. Walked him. They go back to last Sunday. There was 9-4 win. Josh Beckett to John Bowker. That's hammer time. Way out of here in right field. Is having a decent spring. He's vying for that extra outfielder spot. He also can play first base, which gives him some versatility to back up Lyle Overbay. He can play left field or right field, and even center field in a pinch. And he's been hitting the ball rather well.
A couple of home runs. You got to remember the name Siriaco too, because they're having Siriaco play a little bit of the outfield. So they've been moving him around. I think they're doing a test on versatility, maybe hoping one body can do a lot of different things to save a spot on that roster.
Ryan Corey, who was in at third base, fouls this one off. Corey came in for Kevin Youkilis defensively last inning. Huge crowd today, the biggest ever for a single game in spring training at McKechnie Field. Pinch runner at first base for Saltalamacchia is Gentili. There's a ground ball to Marte, and they've got the runner Sutton hung up between third and the plate. Now Rodriguez to the pitcher Thomas.
Go ahead, just run him back. Just run him back. He can't go anywhere. There's already a runner there. There you go.
So they take that runner off, get a second out. And now the tying run remains at third base, but Thomas involved in the rundown to prevent the run from scoring.
And they decide to go to home plate instead of trying for the double play. See how it all plays out as the runner gets exhausted. I thought they might try for 2 there with a high chop to first baseman.
(3-2, 5-1) goes the putout. 3-2 to 5-1 on the rundown. And Gentili, pinch runner, goes all the way down to third base with Corey at second. That's the thing. You're the guy who hit the ball. You got to keep running, get as far as you can on a rundown situation. And a shot toward right field and a sliding grab by Fields. The former Oklahoma State quarterback dove for that ball and showed good hands.
Big save for the Pirates right there.
Pirates moving to the bottom of the 7th inning. Fans, roll up your sleeves for the FSN Drive to Save Lives this Monday and Tuesday at the Heinz History Center. Meet FSN personalities, register to win sports memorabilia and more. For more information, call Central Blood Bank at 412-209-7660. FSN Drive to Save Lives Monday and Tuesday at the Heinz History Center.
We talk about the great crowd here, good Pirate outfits, and a good batting average by Jason Jaramillo. We talked about him being 9 for 17. He's up for his first at bat today.
529 average. 1 home run, 5 runs batted in. He's a young Pirate fan.
And a great spring.
Jaramillo chops this one high in the infield. This could be a base hit. Is it? Yes. He's aboard as the first baseman, Spears, was pulled off the bag, and it is scored a hit.
Pirates now have 3 hits today with some funny action at first base. They've got 8 hits overall. 3 of them have been kind of interesting hits at first base. Good hustle. Let's say good hustle because Jason doesn't have good speed, so we say good hustle.
Good hustle. Is that how the code works?
Yeah, that's the way it works.
Jason Jaramillo from Racine, Wisconsin. He's out of Oklahoma State. Former roommate of Pirates right fielder Josh Fields. JJ told me that Fields was the greatest roommate ever. And I said, why was that? He said, well, he played football full time. He was never there. He only saw him during baseball season. Said it was like living alone. But he had a great roommate. Bowker hits this one well to right center field. Going back, and this one is gone. Home run, John Bowker. And the Pirates tack 2 more on. It is 7-4.
He hit it well, and he got it up in that helping wind, and it got over the fence. Right around the 370 sign, John Bowker continues to force them to remember his name as we get down to cutting time.
3rd home run of the spring for Bowker. RBIs 6 and 7. And Bowker, who got a World Series ring this year, or will be getting one from the San Francisco Giants. Remember, he was on their opening day roster, started on opening day for the Giants, and drove in a run, and participated in a number of games for San Francisco last year. So he will be getting a World Series ring. I would assume a playoff share.
Yep.
Pedro Siriaco takes a strike. Siriaco has been very interesting to watch. He's played a ton. Pirates have given him a good look this spring, and he could be a super utility guy, and he crushes one deep to left field. This ball going back, and this one is off the very top of the wall. And Siriaco cruising into second base with a wall double.
And on certain days, most days, it's a prevailing wind out to left field. That ball would have been up on the roof of the boys' club. The ballpark today with the wind blowing the other way, helping John Bowker and hurting Siriaco a little bit. That ball would have been way out of here. Let's see if Corey Wimberly can move Siriaco over to third base. Let's pad this thing a little bit.
Well, Seves has faced 3 hitters this inning. He's given up 3 hits. The infield single to Jason Jaramillo. 2-run home run to Bowker. Now the double for Siriaco. And Wimberly takes a strike. A switch-hitting outfielder, infielder. He'll play all the outfield positions now in center field.
Shortened up to bunt there, and if he bunts and gets it down on the ground, they're going to have to be on their toes to get him at first base. He's got great speed.
He will take high. If you're asking yourself, well, where did Wimberly come from? The Pirates got him 2 days before Christmas in a deal straight up for minor league pitcher Ryan Kelly. And Wimberly was with the Oakland Athletics. So the Pirates and A's making a trade to get Corey. And Wimberly slaps this one towards center field. McDonald makes the catch, and Siriaco can't move up. 1 down. Andy Marte. Andy made the heads-up defensive play last inning on the ground ball hit by Ryan Corey to him with a tying run, trying to advance from third to home. They caught Drew Sutton in a rundown thanks to Marte's throw to the plate. And they kept the score at 5-4. And now since the Bowker home run, Pirates have upped it to 7-4. 9 hits apiece.
Yep. It was the right thing to do. You know, when you think about it, you're trying to protect a one-run lead. It's a risk to try to get 2. If you don't make it through one way or the other, a lot of good things have to happen to turn that particular double play. You get a tie ball game. So take the out you got at third and hope you can keep it right there. And then they did.
Estevez looks at second, now comes home. And Marte clubs it foul. I want to remind you about our hardworking folks in Pittsburgh at PNC Park today. Our ticket representatives are standing by to answer any questions that you have. Again, if it's just a question, pick up the phone and call 1-800-BUY-BUCKS. Be a 10-game plan, individual game tickets. Thinking about taking your family for a certain date? Call, find out about the availability. And if you become a season ticket holder, some of the sold-out games already, you'll be able to get in on. This one's popped up sky high on the infield. Third baseman Corey trips on the mound, but able to hang on. That is a very tough play.
Wow. That was a major league pop-up, as they say, and he had to deal with the mound and the wind. That's a heck of a play. That's a heck of a play. The wind's blowing it around, and then he cut the mound.
That's a dangerous play, too. I remember last year in Philadelphia, the third baseman for the Phillies that day, Placido Polanco, had a similar play, and he stepped short on the side of the mound and hurt his knee, and he was out for a while.
Yeah, I would say 75% of the time that ball is not caught. I mean, that was well done.
Also gives you an idea of what the wind can do to a baseball here. Steve Pearce playing third base. Steve has had a look at first base, third base, and right field. Nothing in one for Pearce. Hitting .290 this spring. 4 homers and 3 runs knocked in. And due to the fact he had a medical situation last year that caused him to have surgery on a knee, he has been granted another option. 1-1, and Pearce gets into this one a little bit, backing up McDonald. And he'll make the catch. Pirates 2 runs on 3 hits. And 1 man left on base. Operators, waiting for your calls. 1-800-BUY-BUCKS. Find out about season ticket packages and what suits your needs. On to the 8th when we return to Florida.
The director of new business development, and things are developing here. I mean, you're trying to really get some season tickets rolling before opening day. Looks like things are going in that direction.
Yeah, Paul, that's a great sale for Richie to come up here and ring the gong. Whenever we make a sale in this office, we come up and ring a gong. So that's a pretty exciting time, as you heard all the clapping going on.
Well, tell some of these great Pirate fans why it's a good idea to go ahead and sign up for some season tickets right now.
Yeah, not only do you get to see all the biggest games that come to PNC Park, but there's a lot of benefits that are included in your package. We have field days at the end of the year where you can come down, play son, daughter, play catch with them. There's also some batting practice. You can go actually live into our cages and take some swings as you have some alumni there watching. We also have some incentives from paying full incentives, so it works pretty well for us.
And obviously, when you get those season tickets, you get to pick the nights. If you don't go all 81 games, you get to go to your favorite games.
Yeah, you can go, if you want to really focus on weekends, you can focus on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday plan. You can also focus on mostly Saturdays or a 10-game plan, which pick 10 games and you come down and watch the Pirates.
Jim, thanks so much for the time.
Thank you, Paul.
All right, make that gong ring. Guys, back to you in Florida.
What's the song, Steve? Bang a gong?
Bang a gong, yep. I don't know who. Huey Lewis did not do that.
They did not. He did not do that. Fernando Nieve didn't do it either. But he makes his 5th spring training start. Former New York Met, Houston Astro, Fernando Nieve, 28 years of age, out of Venezuela. Resides just south of Houston in Pearland, Texas, same hometown as Pirates pitcher Brad Lincoln. He delivers to Red Sox center fielder Darnell McDonald, and it's ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. 7-4 Pirates, top of the 8th inning. 7 runs on 10 hits for the Buccos. 2-run home run by John Bowker. Ground ball, second base. Takes a hop on Siriaco, stays with it, throws him out. Well, Pedro Siriaco played winter ball in the Dominican Republic in La Romana. And he was managed by Pirates AAA manager Dean Traynor, who managed in La Romana. And I talked to Dean about Pedro's defensive ability at shortstop. And he said, you know, he makes all the plays he's supposed to. And he said, then he made some plays that guys in the big leagues rarely make. He said he's got that type of exciting defensive ability. Good glove man, and the Pirates waiting for his bat to come around, but it looks like it is coming around. He has had a good spring offensively as well, Pedro Siriaco.
Yeah, I think his stock has risen.
Remember, Siriaco acquired at the trading deadline last year along with Chris Snyder from the Arizona Diamondbacks. Daniel Nava fouls this pitch away. And on the other side of that deal is DJ Carrasco, Ryan Church, and Bobby Crosby.
By the way, I did research that. That was Barry Manilow that did Bang Gong.
Was it really? Did you just look that up on your iPad?
No, I think it dropped that on the floor. That came up Barry Manilow.
Well, that was Copacabana. Do you know who did that song for real?
Oh yeah, well T-Rex did it originally.
Okay.
Yep. It's been covered several times.
I knew you knew.
I think Barry covered it.
Here's the 1-2. Up in the air to left field. After it is Bowker. 2 down. Well, speaking of guys who've sung a lot of songs, Steve Miller Band, a great show. We actually saw him twice last year, once in Pittsburgh and once in Miami at the end of the season. We got a bonus, and you can get a bonus. The Fan Jam concert, September 24th, Cincinnati is in, and Steve Miller Band coming back in.
Yeah, hang around for that one because he likes what he's doing, and he puts on a great show. Had his Pirate jersey, had his uni on.
Big baseball fan. 1 ball and 1 strike to Josh Reddick, the right fielder. See, that's an easy one. You can say Steve Miller Band. You can probably name 5 songs right off the top of your head.
Yep. We're going to wait on that.
I mean, I'm not asking you to do that. I don't want to put you on the spot.
Oh, yeah, but we could if we wanted to.
You could if you wanted to. Just any time, just like that. If you wanted to.
But, let's see, he did Bang a Gong, Fly Like an Eagle, Eagle Jet Airliner. Yep.
I don't know that he did Bang a Gong. That was T-Rex.
Yep.
1-2 from Nieve. Again fouled away deep down the left side. Come on, take the money and run. Keep on rocking me, babe. Jet Airliner, Fly Like an Eagle, Joker. I mean, you just go on and on. You like Swingtown?
I like Swingtown a lot, yep. Yep.
2 balls, 2 strikes now to Josh Reddick. Because, you know, we got to get down to Swingtown.
I guess my shift is over. My car alarm's going off.
It's been going off for an inning and a half. There's the 2-2. And Reddick fighting Nieve. Nieve getting the 2 quick outs. The ground ball out by Darnell McDonald. And Daniel Nava fly ball to left. And now Reddick who is 0 for 2 today. He's got a sacrifice fly and a run batted in.
I'll give you 5 of Glenn Miller's top hits.
The Glenn Miller Band? 3-2 now.
Like Kalamazoo being my favorite. But they're not appearing.
No, you're dating
they're not touring anymore.
They're not on tour. You didn't get the black T-shirt from the Glenn Miller World Tour?
No.
He wasn't at Woodstock either, I guess. 3-2. Foul back by Reddick. Nate Spears out on deck for Boston. Red Sox are getting a new spring training home in Fort Myers, which is going to leave City of Palms Park in the Red Sox complex open, which is
perhaps a third team down
some
there.
Rumors of another team moving into the Fort Myers area.
3-2,
and that is strike 3 call. Fernando Nieve hits the punch out of Josh Reddick, and a 1-2-3. Top of the 8th. Pirates up 7-4. Pirates leading the Red Sox. Stan Patrick's popular radio show live weekdays from 9 to noon on FSN Monday morning. Join Dan for his unique insight on the world of sports and more. Tune in to see what you could only previously hear on the radio. The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings at 9 right here on FSN. Josh Fields a cut and a miss. We have more than 150 Pirates telecasts right here on this very channel, all in HD.
Lots and lots of Bucko baseball for you.
One more spring training game that's coming up on the 26th from Tampa on George Steinbrenner Field, and the Pirates take on the Yankees next week. And then it's for real April 1st, and the Pirates meet the Chicago Cubs at Wrigley Field.
A Friday opener.
1-2 curveball back and on top of the screen. Josh Fields, another guy looking to make a corner infield spot. He's played third, he's played first, he's played right field today, but a nice play out there. Former starting quarterback at Oklahoma State, and he's got some records passing the football for the Cowboys. They elected baseball instead. Here's how good an athlete he was. He's a starting quarterback at a major Big 12 institution, and he was a star in the baseball team, one year being named one of the top 3 college players in the country. Foul right back here, Steve, watch out. Let's see. Now that hit in the radio booth, and it knocked Greg Brown's highlighter right out of the booth. It hit right in front of Greg Brown and right by his
pathetic computer. That's the only thing I can say. Pathetic attempt.
What did it break? It broke something, didn't it?
I hope it's his computer. I can only hope it's his computer.
Field strikes out. And there's one down for the Pirates in the bottom of the 8th inning. Let's see what he's got. I mean, you see Bob Walk standing up there in the gold jersey. Greg right next to him. And
it was not much of an attempt, really.
What did he break? His binoculars? Some kind of apparatus that Greg uses for the games has now been destroyed by that Josh Fields foul ball. Rodriguez.
Another major league pop-up.
Wow. Shortstop Drew Sutton takes over. Breezy Bradenton's guy. Foul balls come back in this press box quite a bit, and there's memories of them because when they leave dents, people write the names and the date. And some of them have been very important ones. They get a frame around them. That one has 2, probably because they fit in the frame. But let's see. Memorial wall in the press box in the writer's press area, as they have had to duck out of the way of many over the years here.
But, you know, you got to say it like it is. Greg's been around long enough where he can make that play, or else be able to do the game without all this technical stuff. I'm a little disappointed over there. In fact, I'm more than disappointed. Appalled. Look, he's helpless. He lost some of that machinery.
He's scrambling around.
It's all right, Bob will carry him.
So now you've got guys in our IT department hoping that it wasn't the laptop. Probably getting ready for a replacement to be shipped down here Monday. Fernando Nieve hitting for himself. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. In the bottom half of the 8th, Pirates a 3-run lead. Aceves, the pitch. And he delivers low for ball 3. Aceves wears number 91, not because he's a minor leaguer, because that's the number he wants. Highest number a Red Sox regular player has ever worn since JT Snow carded out number 84 a few years back. Nieve earns a walk. Nieve hitting in the 8th spot because when Clint Hurdle put Jason Jaramillo in the game and then had Joel Hanrahan come in, it was actually a double switch. Two down. And a 1-0 to Jason Jaramillo. Jaramillo had a base hit. Part of that 2-run 7th inning for the Pirates. Aceves' pitch. Jaramillo slaps it foul. How many days you been in Florida since first of the year?
All of them. Well, actually, I went up for the Chuck Tanner wake and came back. But, that's been it. You got to have somebody down here to hold the fort, be kind of a point man.
Yeah, I know. I appreciate the briefing when we all arrive.
Well, that's
late and we get all the updates from you.
Part of what I do. You know, when you guys get down here, you get here at the last minute. Need to be prepared.
Well, I got it. I got here at the last minute on February 24th. If that's the last minute.
Yep. Watch out.
Days 1 and 2. But it's funny looking at the schedule. Now you're starting to think about, okay, when do I have to pack? When do I have to get the car back? When do I have to get the stuff to the ballpark to be shipped? It's starting to wind down.
Yep. Well, you're starting to get those tubs, those shipping tubs ready to put it on the truck and get them on up to Pittsburgh.
Romeo, a chopper foul. And a big old department store in West Cortez has a lot of them.
Yep. Well, there's Bell's outlets. There's a lot of them available, and they get a lot of action.
2 outs. Fernando Nieve, the base runner for the Pirates. The 1-2 pitch coming to Jason Jaramillo. That's inside 2-2. But it was great to chat with a lot of the corporate sponsors who are here this week, with a number of members of the Pirates corporate sales staff, and meet some new people and get reacquainted with some folks we've met in the past. They're having a great time here. Being treated exceptionally well by the Pirates. 2-2. And Jaramillo rips it toward the right side. Diving stop by Zach Gentile. And the Red Sox minor leaguer fires over to first base and retires Jason Jaramillo. 8 innings full at McKechnie Field. On to the ninth. Pirates up by 3 runs.
On the field, and that's our focus.
New Pirates skipper Clint Hurdle. There's the schedule for April. Opening up with 4 against his old ball club, the Colorado Rockies, and a day off from the 11th. Milwaukee for 3. On the road, Cincinnati, and back to Florida. Miami that time. Then Nationals come in. The Giants. And then on the road to Colorado to end up the month. That's April. Pirates open in Chicago and go on to St. Louis before the home opener April 7th. Plenty of time to call. Let's see. There's a sale. There's a big sale. There's a huge sale.
I like that.
I like it.
A bell ringer.
Operators standing by. Our Pirates ticket staff on hand today at PNC Park, taking your calls at 1-800-BUY-BUCKS. And they're going to be there till the end of the game. And then after that, all the information is available at Pirates.com. So hurry up and call them here and get some information on season tickets. We've had a number of people renew their season tickets today. Current season ticket holders: Matthew Herman, Philip Meadows. He's been a season ticket holder since 1996. Joe Keller, Keller Engineers Incorporated since 2000. Dan Rubin, a season ticket holder for over 20 years. Dan, we thank you for renewing today. And you could be next. 1-800-BUY-BUCKS. Nate Spears, the first baseman. Top of the 9th inning. Pirates at 7-4 lead. 7 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. For the Red Sox, 4 runs, 9 hits, and 2 errors. 1-1 delivery. And there's a strike. Yeah, the city of Palms Park, where the Red Sox train stadium, is really nice. It's a nice complex. I don't know why they want to leave, to be honest with you. But they're going to get the Taj Mahal of spring training. It's going to be a little bit closer to where the Twins are in Fort Myers. That's going to leave a very nice spring training facility open. And rumors, just rumors at this point, but it would be a shame if that was unused. And it would be interesting that there would be, if it would happen, and again, just speculation, if there was a time when there'd be 3 teams in Fort Myers.
Nate Spears trying to sell Tom Hallion on the theory that he might have been hit in the foot with that pitch. Tom said, no, go get the bat and get back in there. Fort Myers was nice to train in from when I was there from 61 to 68, but there was no I-75. It was a tough trip, every trip on US 41.
Strike 3 call. And Spears down on strikes. Nieve punches him out. His second strikeout.
Gets the call on that knee-high fastball.
And you see the call by Tom Hallion. That's why I like when Tom Hallion does the balls and strikes in games, because there's never a doubt.
Emphatic.
There are a couple of umpires who we don't have to name them, and they're good umpires. But a couple of umpires that you'd swear they like to keep it a secret when it's a strike. It makes it tough for the people who sit behind them and call the games. But Tom Hallion, let's listen in. That's how you do it.
That's roar. That's a roar. That's similar to what Doug Harvey used to do. They bring you up, just like the guys in the old days would kind of make a show of it to a certain degree.
0-1. Sutton ropes it to right field. Watch out, Seagulls. He's trying for two, and Corey Wimberly gets the throw back into Siriaco, and that's a one-out double for Drew Sutton. His second double, 2 for 2. With 2 baggers for Boston.
Well, if you're a movie fan, if you can imagine Lee Marvin ringing somebody up. I always thought of Lee Marvin when Doug Harvey would get the left hand was up in the air and he would pull the old ripcord straight down and holler and scream.
Lee Marvin, the Dirty Dozen.
Oh yeah, and a lot of Cap Ballou was one of my favorites. He played 2 roles. He played the good guy and the bad guy.
Hard to tell which was which, but yeah, he was very good at it.
Kid Shalene, his characters.
Here's Daniel Butler, backup catcher, wearing number 98 for the Red Sox, facing Fernando Nieve in the top of the 9th inning. 1 man out, Sutton the runner at second base, and Nieve deals a breaking pitch high. Now the Pirates would like to get 2 outs and be done with it.
Put the lid on it.
I saw one get away in the 9th yesterday, a 2-1 lead against the Phillies, and with 2 outs, some fielding miscues cost them the ball game, a 3-2 Philly win. And today, trying to end a 4-game losing skip. But I think, Steve, folks have seen some good things today out of the Pirates.
They saw 4 good innings from Kevin Correa. It banged out double figures in hits again. Bowker hit a home run. You want to get those wins. You want to get some wins. Get that good feeling as you head north. And Joel Hanrahan was fine coming in an inning. A couple more strikeouts.
And pitch is in the dirt. Jaramillo blocks it. Ray Searage keeping close tabs on everything going on. And it's kind of like the Piazza San Marco in Venice, Italy, with all the birds that just kind of congregate here late in ball games. And it's uncanny how they know what time it is. They don't care that there's a game going on.
It's happy hour. It's happy hour. The Gulls are here for happy hour.
Zach Gentile will come up, second baseman. Corey Wimberly out in the Bird field. It's a virtual buffet for the Birds here. Strike is called. Great day at the ballpark today. I'll bet a lot of folks out on the boats today in the Intercoastal or out in the Gulf. Having a great day around here at the beach. Beautiful beaches here.
Anything you want to do outdoors today is
see the Pirates
kind of day to go for it.
Now the Parrot, he's not happy. He's pointing out there at the Birds. He's a little bit jealous because he's not the only foul here. And
but he's the best foul.
He's a foul.
He's the most foul.
And those guys are just saying to the Parrot, now you're infringing on our territory. Does he have a bag of bird seed?
Well, if he does, he's not going to share.
There he goes, pointing at the Seagulls. I'd watch out if I were them. 1 out, 2 aboard. 1-2. That's lifted onto the infield. Siriaco will get it. Infield fly. And the batter is out automatically. 2 down, and the Red Sox down to their final out. Pirates postgame coming up next with extended highlights and expert analysis. Our team is ready to answer your questions about the Buccos and break down key plays from the game. Pirates postgame next on FSN. Rob King is in studio. Stan Savran will have interviews right from the McKechnie Field here. And the Pirate Parrot will not be involved at all in the postgame. However, Kent Colby will be.
In uniform for Teague?
I think he's wearing his uni.
Okay.
He's got it on today.
Well, I hope he keeps it on for the postgame.
Sure. Kent Colby, one of the special instructors during spring training, spends the whole time down in Florida. Ryan Corey, third baseman. He does represent the tying run. 2 outs, top of the 9th. Nieve trying to finish it up. That's a swinging strike, 1-1.
And that fastball is right on past. When you see a batter that late, let's try that again. See if we're onto something here.
Nieve's 1-1. That's back, and now the Red Sox are down to their final strike. Kent Colby, he's in his uniform. He's going to wear postgame.
Yep. 4-2-7.
He's going to come at you from the side. Time to go to work, Tick. 2 on, 2 out. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ryan Corey. Fernando Nieve. Out of the stretch, the pitch. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. That's going to keep the game going. And around third is Drew Sutton. He'll score and make it a 2-run ball game. 7-5.
One with a breaking ball, a couple of good fastballs, and then the curveball and ground ball. Found the hole. On we go. Nothing dramatic about it. A lot of ground balls get caught. A few of them get through.
Terry Francona looking on. And with DeMarlo Hale, the bench coach. DeMarlo Hale, longtime player in the Red Sox system. I remember him as a Double-A player in the Eastern League. Former Met Dave Magadan, hitting coach. Kurt Young, former Oakland A standout, is the pitching coach now with Boston in his first year. Since John Farrell left Boston to become the manager of the Toronto Blue Jays. His son Jeremy played in yesterday's game for the Pirates against the Phillies. He's an infielder in the minor league system. 1 ball and no strikes to Ronald Bermuda. Tim Bogar down at third. And the AAA manager, Arnie Blyleven, is coaching at first base today. 1 ball, no strikes. Nieve trying to get Bermudez out here. And a ground ball. That is to Steve Pearce. He'll just step on the bag, get the force play, and the ball game is over. The Pirates have won it by a 7-5 score, and they've got their 9th win of spring training, 2 more than all of last spring.
Hey, a win is a win is a win. As we're talking about, it's not all bad to get the feel of winning baseball games, even though they don't mean anything in spring training. You would like to go into the regular season with a few under your belt, so all's well that ends well today, as the Pirates picked up that big 5 spot in 4th inning and kind of never looked back.
So it's a victory for the Pirates here in Florida over Boston. Our next telecast 1 week from today on the 26th of March from Tampa, when the Pirates take on the New York Yankees. Same time.